Hey, the Moneymaker. Moneymaker, what's that? 8-bit. Lululemon Man. What is that? Lululemon Man, whatever. The Mullet Man. The Mullet Man. I mean, you guys, there's a few up there. You did good, thanks. Cryo Camps. You know, Power Joke. The rest of you, I don't know. You guys got to come up with names that are easier to pronounce. Also, I can't even read it. Can't even read it from way back here with my TV way up on the wall. I'm not sure if any of this is coming through. I don't know. Is YouTube? I mean, I know YouTube is behind a little bit, and eventually it catches up. But I don't know how much of this. Hey, are we there? Should I repeat everything? There we go. All right. Okay. Yeah. So that's a slaughtering. That's a big old slaughtering. Wait a sec. Daddy Dizzy needs to get a little more comfortable. Bear with me. It's like, I don't know, around, it's that time of year where it's like hot and cold at the same time. And 1 minute I'm cold, so I adjust a little warmer. And then 5 minutes later, I'm too warm. Gotta dress cooler. Let's see, who's here? Nobody here yet. Let's wait. Let's go check our messages while we're waiting for me. Look at me. I did a Frim level 10. It's on my channel. Oh, cool. Thanks for that. Look at me. Look at me. Thank you so much. Thank you. Mille grazie. We'll check it later. Cool. And now, I asked somebody a question. Did they answer me? Wow, holy crap. B-Man, there we go. Cool, nice shot. Wow, that's great. How do you do that? Invited the members of this group to a game. How do you invite members of a group? How do you invite members of the group? Is anybody here? It's just me. Oh, wow. There's a bunch of you. Hey, good morning. No, afternoon. Whatever it is for you. For me, it's just barely afternoon. How do you invite members? I don't know. Whoever's there, hi, hello. Make yourselves known if you'd like. I'm looking at my TUSC group on PlayStation, and I see this one person. There'll be a message that says, so-and-so invited members of this group to a game or to TU. So let me see the actual message. And they've done it many times, and I'm trying to understand how they did it. And I've asked them how they did it. And here it says, so-and-so invited the members of this group to a game. Invited the members of this. I want to be able to do that, but stop. I don't know. He doesn't know what server he's. Somebody like, I want to play with you. What server are you on? The answer was, I don't know. I don't know what server I'm on. Yeah, well, that guy's on Asia. I'm pretty sure these guys are not on Asia. Street winning sharps. Well, in Asia, apparently streets are beating sharps, but in North America, streets got a hand. What do you call it? A handing to a head. They got Woohoo! Handed to them. Street playing cheat after 8 rounds win. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Why are you on a North American group though? Like, we can't play together. I mean, Sharps always rules. Okay. Or maybe they no. Okay, maybe I don't know. I'm confused. Maybe they are on. It looks like they are playing together. But this guy is North America, and the other guy's Asia. Everybody, okay. Who's there? Who's in the house? Okay, yeah, so that's pretty ugly right there. Wait, it's still going. Wait, this is new. Oh, because I just got a message that said our clan lost. Bulldog! Haven't seen you in a bit. Or maybe you've just been lurking in the darkness like Batman. Can't sleep. Who can these days? Who can? You're not alone. I don't think you're alone. I'm glad to have you here. Okay, so this is a new one. It just started a little while ago. Okay. But we got anyway, Streets got completely well, I don't know about complete. I didn't see the final. Wait. Oh wait, doesn't it show the general? Okay, doesn't it show the last one? Where do you see the last one? This is the current one. Don't own TDU anymore. What? You got to wait. Do I remember that? Maybe you mentioned that you got a refund, like kind of like at the last minute or something. Anyway, you're not missing anything. It's a shit show. I don't know if you've been following. Okay, I wish we don't have like just see, clan battle finished. Your clan lost. Okay, where's the okay? Whatever. You know what? You're gonna make it that difficult. Forget it. Wait, we got to do this. Here, let's do like a little of that because we spent like 100 grand to get some emotes, so we might as well flaunt them. So how's people cheating? Okay, hey mob, how are you? I said maybe down the road. Hard not to hear how. Hard not to hear how things are going. It's like, yeah, it is for me, you know. Like I don't know. I'm kind of like what do you call it? Disconnected or whatever. I don't really. Anyway, yeah, it's hard for me to hear. I have to like seek it out. But anyway, there. Oh, that was a short one. No, you got to do it. Wait. See, I wanna. Okay. What did we? Oh, we didn't do this one. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do this every day because I spent a fortune on these freaking things. That's a free. We're gonna wait for a few more to come in. There's only a couple of you here. Let's. Oh, that goes on forever. Can't you do the loser a little bit longer? I mean, spend 15 grand or 14 grand. Like, do that one a little longer. So, come on. I mean, if you're gonna make someone feel like a loser, like give them some. I was in someone's chat telling everyone how it was the best racing game out at the moment. I was saying, well, to each their own, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's got a lot of problems. It's got the thing is, you know, there were all those naysayers before the game even came out. They were like, it's dead, blah blah blah, whatever, all this stuff. And you know, we saw the beta, and we were like, you know what? There's some goodness here. There's some goodness here. There's some stuff that needs work. And let's, you know, we gave them benefit of the doubt, and it's been, you know, we started with the what was it called, the pre-launch, and things were okay in the beginning. You know, we were having fun. I worded that right. Someone else was talking as the best of. Oh, someone else was okay. Yeah. I gotcha. No, I mean, I think most of us who don't have, like a block in our head, kind of blocking us from seeing decent on PC, I guess, but on console, no. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think many of us who are kind of a little bit more malleable, let's say, in our thoughts here, are saying there's something here that could be good. There's like a base for something that could be pretty good, if not solid, or potentially maybe even great. But it's all broken. Like there's so much broken and not right now that you can't. Anybody saying this is a great game or the best or what? I don't see it. Show me where. Did one of early access you refunded? Oh, you know what? That's fine. That's fair. If I wasn't doing the streaming, the only reason why I'm doing this is to help people like you, to say people are coming on and say, should I buy it? I'm like, no, not now. Wait. Before I was saying, like a week ago, I was saying, wait a week or two because the season is going to open. The season was supposed to start yesterday. And we all figured there would be some kind of update or something happening, before that. And then the servers went down for 6, 7, 8 hours, whatever the hell. I'm getting different numbers. I mean, for me, it was more than 6.5 hours from when I noticed they were down to when I noticed that they were up. I think it was about 7.5 hours from end to end. So it's somewhere between 6.5 and 7.5 hours. And then at that time they postponed this season 2 weeks, and a couple days before they said this major patch, whatever, this major update will come soon. Yesterday said very soon, and then they also said it'll come out sometime before the season starts. So we're not going to get it for at least a week, probably more like 10 days, if they don't put it off again. So you guys not buying the game, I'm telling people don't buy it yet. I was telling people to wait a week. Now it's like wait at least 11 days or 10 days and see, like, until we get this update, don't do anything. Don't buy the game. If you have the game, if you're at the early levels, maybe you could play it. But at level 60, there's nothing to do unless you have a bunch of friends. If you're a big time streamer or you have a lot of friends in your region that you can actually drag 4 people with you into a race, there's absolutely no point. You can grind and grind and grind. I mean, the only thing you can do is grind. Like I grinded for 3 days like hell just to go from level 20 to level 30 in the clan. And if you're trying to make money, good God, at this level, good God. I mean, it doesn't help when, I've got this. I mean, I'm not the only one. I'm just going to gripe a little. Just going to point out issues. This is for people who might be watching and thinking about, should I buy the game? This like travel 5,000 kilometers with a supercar. There's another one travel 5,000 kilometers with a hypercar. Like, give me a fucking break. Like, come on, Anyway, this one. Okay, these are like, whatever. Bro, just suck it up and, drive the 5,000. Okay, fine. But this one, acquire one car manufactured by Lamborghini in the supercar category. I've acquired 2 cars, and I still haven't gotten this task complete. I've spent, I don't know what they cost me, 5, 6, 7 million for those 2 cars, and I got an error both times I bought them, and I haven't been able to complete this task. Bullshit. It's bullshit. Like, how can anybody say this is the best game when it's crap? It's so frustrating. It's so, I know. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to go back to what you were saying. Anyway, I'm just sort of pointing out, these are the kinds of things where I'm like, they still haven't fixed this crap. Like, how hard is that? Like, just, how hard is it? Like, I mean, people are cheating and they're able to travel anywhere in the freaking game with a cheat, and I can't get it legitimately. Not even anywhere in the game, just to the place I'm supposed to be able to get it. It's crazy, man. Anyway, I was saying something, I worded that wrong. Yep, decent on PC, I guess. On PC, the issues are the same. I mean, these things are not saving on PC. I mean, it looks better on PC, but I think the physics problems, the other problems that are in the game, and they're having the same issue. Even after the big, 6-hour, 7-hour server maintenance the other day, apparently, I've tried it. I wasn't like I had mixed success getting into a race with other people. Apparently, what people, the testing that people did on the streams was, unless you're in a group, basically they're all saying if you're in a group, it doesn't work. You can't be in a group to start a race. It freezes the game when it tries to launch the race. So 7 hours of freaking server maintenance, and it's still broken. I don't care. So this like, oh, it'll work, but you have to do this, and you shake your head and hold your arm, and I'm like, no, I'm not interested. Day one, verbally refunded. Yeah, every new game is buggy, but for the price and the time, we all wait. No confidence in the team yet. I'm with you. You know, other people are like, I'm playing the long game. I'm thinking, I was thinking, give them a chance, and I gave them a chance, and they failed miserably. So now it's like, wait and see, man. I'm trying not to be negative. I know I'm sounding like a big whiny baby, but, you know, they're talking about compensation for gold edition, you know, players who are going through this nonsense. And they're saying things like, well, it won't be compensation. It won't be meaningless like an avatar clothing. It's not going to be real cash. So I'm like, what is it going to be? And then they don't want to upset the balance of the XP and the progression and whatever for new players. I'm like, okay, but we paid real money to get an advantage on these people. And now you're saying anything that you're going to compensate us with won't reinstate. They actually use the words extremely frustrated. The level of frustration that we went through. Maybe by level of frustration, they mean it was like a tiny level. They didn't actually say the big level. Well, it's a huge level of frustration. People refunded their money like Bulldog because it was just such crap. So yeah, you have to, like, it's time to start refunding us real dollars. I mean, the only thing we should accept is real dollars, because I've sunk, besides real dollars, 113 hours into the game. And like at this point, the only thing that'll compensate me for the fact that I couldn't do everything I want to do is taking me longer because I can't jump to a part in the map or this or that or the other. I want real dollar compensation. I'm a financial guy. The only thing that talks is money. Don't give me in-game money is like, okay, it kind of helps, you know, you can buy cars, but whatever amount they would gonna give us would never amount to anything. It won't be enough. You won't do anything with it. It'd be so pitiful. So it's time, guys, it's real money. Real money is the only thing I will accept. I will come on for every day for the next year and just like lambaste them if it's not real money. We shouldn't accept anything but real money. It's the only thing at this point. I mean, they've done how many maintenances now? And the first 2 or 3, nothing changed. Actually, after the one that where they were down like 3 or 4 hours, the 3 or 4 hours, it was actually worse after. So come on now, come on. Every new game buggy. Yep, no confidence. Let me ask, if you could refund this game if you had the option, would you? Me? Are you talking to me, Mob? Yeah, I mean, again, I only spent the money. I only did all this. This was the reason why I started the stream. This game was the reason I started the stream. Entirely. 100% was my motivation for starting the stream. I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to spend the money. Never in a million years would I ever consider spending this much money on a game. I don't spend more than 20 or 30. I've never spent more than $30. Canadian dollars. I can't. I don't have a PC that can run it. So I never spend more than $30 Canadian. So that's like $6 everything else, right? Because whatever. I don't find that much value. I don't think games should cost that much. That's just the way I am. So in order to buy games cheap, I used to buy them used, the discs used, and get them for often $6 or $7, like a year or 2 years after launch. TDU 2, I bought super, super cheap, and I enjoyed the hell out of that game. Many of the games that I bought super cheap and enjoyed the hell out of them. And every game that came out, after I found out, after the fact, I realized when they first came out, they were like this, full of bugs. And I'm like, why would anybody pre-order, even back then with the disc, why would anybody buy it like the first week at full pop, only to endure this? And I would never in a million, I'm like, you're crazy. Like, sorry guys who were doing that. I was sitting there thinking, you're stupid. Why are you doing it? You can't complain, But here I am. I'm doing it for you guys. I'm doing it for those people who are like me, who want to know how the game was going in the early days. I'm only doing it. I took this financial sacrifice. I spent like $100 more than I ever would on a game, hopefully to help some of you make a decision that's better for you. And yes, if I was not streaming and this was just like me by myself going, I want to be part of this game. I'd like to play at the beginning. Maybe it's going to go badly. And if I had bought it and then realized how shit it was, I didn't even know you could get a refund, actually, to be honest. I had no idea. But had I known, I would have done exactly what you did, Bulldog. Absolutely, I would have. Absolutely. Or Mob. Sorry, that was Mob. I've seen worse. One of the grid games. As a 250,000. Yeah, I mean, 250,000. I mean, that's for someone who's playing the game, every day for years, whatever kind of thing. And eventually they'll get that trophy. It's a way to suck people in to keep playing the game, even though there's no real reason to play it when they've run out of, actual content to explore. And I hate those tricks. But they're doing the same thing here. I see it everywhere. It's like everything is about spending more money. I mean, it's hard to grind money. So everywhere you go, you got to spend more money. Buy emotes. Anyway, get into that kind of stuff later. But they're using these tasks where you got to drive 100 races, win 100 races, which with each one of these cars. That's just to suck players in to keep playing the game. There's no real progression there. Anyway, sorry, I gotta tone my thing down. I watched a couple videos this morning. They got me worked up because I agree with the sentiment of the videos, but I disagree with a lot of the sort of the things in the videos. And we'll talk about that. This game seems like players are advertising the vehicle company brands travel with a Lambo 100,000 game miles. Yeah, maybe. I mean, obviously there's a little bit of there's the brand exposure for sure, but it's not like it was free. I mean, the game, they had to pay for those rights. So, I mean, maybe. I'm not saying, I'm saying there might be something there, Bob. You might have something there. As far as I'm concerned, it's always about money. It's always about money. So that would not surprise me at all. Bulldog, in my opinion, they had 6+ years into a game that looks like 2 years of development. A lot of people have that opinion. Not wrong. I totally get it. Their comment was just fluff to say you'll get something, but it will absolutely 100%. We know now it will be meaningless. We know. I'm telling you, people are going on the Reddit saying, oh yeah, I can't wait for this big chunk of money, the things they're going to buy. I'm like, you're kidding yourself. I'm sorry, you're kidding yourself if you think it's going to be anything meaningful. Only compensation will probably be given players a discount in-game on certain vehicles. Yeah, it won't even be that. It'll be less meaningful than that, Mob. I'm pretty sure it'll be less meaningful than that. CarX, I can't dump you. I don't have a PC capable of running any game, not even Minesweeper or what was it called? Is it Minesweeper? Solitaire. Let's say Solitaire. I can't even run Solitaire. I just got lucky on the refund. Okay, well, I'm glad you got lucky. But lots of people did it, though. So supposedly, I've heard lots of people have written that they've done it. So I don't know that you got lucky or what. But anyway, you got it, and that's good. If that's what you want, you got it. Great. Mob, you helped me save money. I'm not buying the game. Buying this game personally. I don't like boring tasks. Mob, I'm so glad I helped you. I'm completely bored out of my mind. I had to do it. So to get yesterday, I think I went on the Clan XP. I went from level 28 to 30, and I had to do. There was one race that's like a minute. Call it a minute 30 at most. Between 1 minute 20, 1 minute 30. What's it called? Tunnel vision. I did that race like 30, 40 times yesterday. So in a car I don't want to drive, in the dark, on a wet road, like everything about that race was not enjoyable for me, but I have to do it because it's probably the only really short race. There may be one other that's in that time frame. But the point is you got to do the same race 30, 40, 50. It's only going to get worse now from level 30 to level 40. It's going to take longer. So I got to do fucking tunnel vision. And what's the other? There's another one that I was doing for Clan XP, like 200 frickin' times to get to the next clan duel. To me, that's not progression. That's just killing people with boredom. And TDU too, those duels that you got into, you actually played the game and explored the game to get to those points where you had those duels. And this doesn't feel fun to me. I don't know, anybody who's like, yeah, that's cool, that's great, I don't mind doing the same race 100 times. Good on ya if that's what you find fun. It's not for me. Maybe this is why I haven't played any racing games in a long time. I don't mind a bad game from time to time, but TD was just beyond disappointing. The only game I ever attempted to read. Bulldog, I get you. I totally have taken a loss on many bad games. You're not the only one, man. And I don't, I feel you. I totally get it. Easy Cure. I never really bought the game for the multiplayer races. Me too. I could care less about multiplayer. If they add more TDU features for fun progress, I will be happy. Me too. And I think we're not alone. And I think what I'm finding out, guys, I got to tell you, I'm amazed at, where are we? We're still at 181 subscribers. Come on, we need to hit 200, please. No, but I'm touched by how many people have subscribed, and I'm not one of those streamers that's like played every racing game. They know how to tune their cars like in 3 seconds, and they're beating everybody. I'm not that guy. I'm sorry if that's what you came here for. I still want you to stick around. I will try to learn tips and share them with you when I can. But that's not where my heart is in playing the game. My heart is in, I want to explore the game on my own, at my own pace, at my own difficulty level. And I feel like there's a bunch of you that are like that too. And that's why for me, like, again, Bulldog, if I was you, if I wasn't doing the streaming and the thing and hoping to help people, this was just for me. The second I heard offline only, I never would have thought about this game ever again. Never. I'd be like, I ain't doing it. I avoid did I say offline? I meant online only. When I hear online only, I'm out. I've tried it a couple times. Miserable experience. You know the ones I'm talking about. I never even bought the games. I tried them on remember PlayStation Now? It was like what the premium or whatever they call it back when it first started was PS Now. I tried that for a bit and I got access to like some of those crew games and whatever, and they were online only. I played for like 5 minutes, said this is dumb. I want to go at my own pace, at my own difficulty level. That's just the way I want to do it. If I want to lower the difficulty because I only have half an hour to play, I should be able to lower the difficulty and make an easy win for myself. I don't want to have to spend 40 hours to learn how to beat one AI, one race full of CPU drivers. Like, I just don't have the time. I mean, people have families, they have responsibilities. They should be able to go at whatever pace or difficulty they want. But anyway, the second part is the Nacon account. These games where you have to create another account and link them to your PSN to be able to play the game, I'm out. I don't do them. I've only had miserable experiences. The only reason why I did it for this game was because I was going to stream. Those are two things that would have made me never, ever, ever consider this game. And guys, on this Nacon account linking thing, have you noticed many of you don't have the game yet, and I will read the rest of the messages. Just hang on. I noticed this yesterday. I should take a clip of that and then put it in slow motion and put it on the thing. There's a point there where when you enter the game and it looks for your profile and signs you into Nacon. Well, all of those, remember that login error that everybody was getting? It's because the freaking Nacon login doesn't work. They actually put a bypass in there. It comes up. I saw this yesterday. I'm going to take a screenshot and slow it down. Take a video clip, screenshot it, and show. It went really quick, but it looks like it says login bypassed or something like that. Actually, if I go back, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go back. Full video. What's my full video? 34 minutes already? Okay, we'll take that full video so I can hopefully catch that moment when it logs in. And I saw this before. It was a bigger message before where it said bypassing login. So why fucking have it in the first place? Like, why do we have to create a Nacon account if the login doesn't work and you just have to bypass it anyway? What's the point? I don't know. Sorry. Easy Cure was never about the game multiplayer. I could care less about multiplayer. And this cheating thing is the reason why. We'll get there. How many we got? We're getting a crowd. 18, 17, because I'm in there. Mob, I remember when you first went live playing this game, I witnessed you give a good try even with problems on day one. Yep. And I was happy then. I was like, I was excited, right? It was exciting. It was like, okay, whatever. There's going to be problems. Bulldog, those that filled out the form, Fuffer. Something for real. And also this whole streaming thing, you don't know how many acronyms, abbreviations I've learned. Something for real, a refund. I think. I don't know. If you said you launched the game, you were told you didn't qualify for a refund, so resubmit as if I never launched the game. Explained. Awesome. Good for you. Real complaints, and they gave it to me. You could tell I was one of thousands. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely you were. Yep. Mob, I hope Cars comes to PS5 so you can be more happy with everything. Oh, it's crazy. It's only 20 and it's 100 times better. I mean, I've seen, I gotta tell you, honestly, it's not something I'm totally hopped up for. I mean, at $20, super cheap game if it came to PS5, and I think it will. I mean, I don't know anything about this franchise or whatever, but it seems like other people who are more familiar said, actually, I think someone came on the channel here and mentioned that like they're doing the PC thing, work out the bugs, and then maybe sometime in the near future it may expand to consoles. So I will definitely check it out. The reason why I like the TDU games is because it's real cars. I'm tired of fake real cars. I want to feel like I own the actual real thing. But I will promise you I will at least look at it again. Bulldog, the announcement of offline mode was good, but it was only in response to Crew 2. There was no announcement of offline mode unless I missed something. What they said was we're going to discuss offline mode and other things. They're not bringing offline mode. There was an interview where that was put out there. They've already said offline mode is an end of life decision, and they're only at beginning of life. I want to be wrong on this, guys. I want to be wrong, Bulldog. I don't believe offline mode is coming. They just want to appease us and say it will one day, but we're focused on other things right now. I hope I'm wrong. If they bring offline mode, and I said this last week, more than a week ago, I think. I said, if they want to rescue this game, because people were dropping out, getting refunds like Bulldog and all that stuff, I said, today, they could rescue the game today by making offline mode. And many people would come back, and they could focus on making the offline part work properly, like the save points and all that kind of, like the fast travel points and that. And then continue to work on the online stuff. And people who just want to enjoy the game at their own pace on their own could go and do that. But we can't. It's hard. It's very, very hard when you enter a race that's only you and CPU cars and you get kicked out. This kind of stuff. It's hard. It's hard to do. It's hard when you do road progression and it doesn't save it. So anyway, Darian Archie, you have the game. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you haven't run into the problems that many of us are. If you have, I hope they're not, they don't bother you too much. Mob laughing at things I said. They're broke. They have broken sign in portals and game only been out for a week. That's crazy. Yeah. Bulldog car drift was fun, but it's still a mobile game in the big. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the other thing. Mobile game is, I mean. Trendsetter, welcome, Trendsetter. Nice to see you again. I was scrolling through the TU webpage where they were explaining the features of the game. The last one says not just race and talks about a bunch of stuff that is not in the game. Sorry, what? Where they were explaining the features of the game is not just races. Oh, I see. I follow you. Yes, they're. Sorry, yes. So when they were pitching the game, the first marketing kind of thing, I get what you're saying. They kind of mentioned this stuff that sucked us in. These things that we expected in a TDU game, like missions, like houses, like the casino, like the cops, like, the list goes on, and none of it is in there. None of those things are in there. And some of that they're saying, oh, it's coming. And it's like, well, but you've been trying to fix these servers and you haven't. So what's really coming? When they launch Ibiza, is it going to be more of this? Are they going to put off Ibiza for 3 months? Like, it's not good. Bulldog, not saying anytime soon, but they wouldn't have mentioned it all if others weren't promising the future option. Yeah, but I get what you're saying, and I understand this is marketing legal speak that they're using. They're trying to appease people because they're leaving. This is what I think is going on, Bulldog. I've been in rooms where they've, in companies where this kind of stuff was going on. More of a fly on the wall kind of thing, like just be there to be there kind of thing, not a real decision maker. But I've heard all of this stuff before in crisis situations. It's the boilerplate stuff. Tell them what they want to hear, but don't tell them they're actually really going to get it. And then they won't be so upset, and it buys us time. All of this is about buying time. If they lose too many players, the game is dead. They're trying to not lose more or lose fewer. They're trying to suck people back in thinking they're going to get something today, which they're not going to get for a long time. So I'm worried. I want to believe, Bulldog, that they're sincere and this is, but I see the signs and it doesn't look good. Like there's no real substance to what they're saying. And I've seen this kind of talk before. Mob, offline mode will not happen for this game. Those service and vehicle renewal licenses are not cheap. Yeah, I mean, it may happen. I'm saying it might, but it'll come not now, not this year, probably. Wait, we'll see. They're going to do a dev diary, whatever, sometime soon. They keep saying soon, and we'll get more. But I have a feeling they're gonna say, yeah, we're gonna do it, but it's not a priority right now. We're gonna focus on other things, something to do with that. Darian, yes, I'm running through the same problem with this game. Okay. I mean, but are you having fun? Are you frustrated? Are you just sort of dealing with it? I mean, I've been dealing with this since September 5th. And I'm kind of like, oh, still, every day, still? I hope every day it's going to get better. And I'm like, still? Bulldog, of course, as have I. Trendsetter, excuse me. Imagine if you had to go to be through a loading screen but can't because of connection error. Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Mob, they have set a number goal of how many players they need active for them to make a potential profit. Yeah, of course. If they don't reach that goal, they might have to take the... Yeah, and that day is coming sooner and sooner. Like, have you seen the numbers on Steam? I mean, some people are lowballing the number. I mean, yeah, at the lowest points, it's like 600-700, but that's when everybody's sleeping. And I think that's only in North America. I'm not sure how that works, if I'm seeing worldwide or just North America or what I'm seeing there. But I mean, what you got to look at is sort of like, at the times when most people are playing, how many are there? And you see the peaks. You see them at 16 UTC. What is 16 UTC time? From 16 to, it ramps up and it peaks at 16 to 20 UTC. 8 a.m. is 10 a.m. for me. 16, I wish they would just use normal time. What? Instead of this military. 16 is 4 p.m., which is 6 p.m. So that's noon, right? That's noon New York time. Is that right? That can't be right. That's 8 hours after. Wait, what? No, that can't be right. Is that right? Maybe that's right. Help me out. That seems odd to be the peak for North America. Between like noon and like, are people they're playing at lunch? I mean, it drops down at 4 UTC time, which would be 6 a.m. for me, which is midnight New York time, but it's like prime time on the West Coast. That's like 9 p.m. on the West Coast. I don't know what these numbers, I don't know what I'm looking at here. I don't know. Anyway, point is, it started off peaking at 5,000 players and dropped. The low was, 1,500. And then the peaks, it's any of you traders, stock traders, lower highs, lower lows. It's lower highs and lower lows. It's, the highs are getting lower and the lows are getting lower. I mean, the last 2 days, the lows actually got, they leveled off, got a bit higher. But the highs are still getting lower. So the numbers are not good there. I don't know what they are on Xbox and PS5, but it's not looking good. So yeah, I mean, right now, they need people to buy the game first, and then they need people sucked in so that they start paying for the seasons. I think season 1 and season 2 are free for everybody, at least all pre-orders. But I think the way they word it was like they're just free. Season 1 and season 2 are free for anyone who comes into the game. Even now, I believe. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but they did say season 1 and season 2 are free, but they said that before the game launched. So I'm not sure if they meant pre-orders only, but they didn't start talking about dollars until season 3. So it kind of means, to me, it's free for everyone, season 1 and season 2. And they need to suck people in season 1 and season 2, which makes sense that it's free. They need that gamer base before season 3 starts, because that's when they start collecting money for season 3. And if they don't have the numbers by then, the game is dead in season 3. It's dead. They'll pull it offline before season 3 is over, if they continue like this. So they've got a month, not even a month, whatever. They've got a very short time frame to really freaking do something here. And they've got a lot to do, and they've got the strike that I think is still going on at KT. Like, many developers are on strike. And Trendsetter, does anybody remember the Drive Club game? Hopefully TDU doesn't suffer the same fate. I think everybody remembers. And I think everybody is also hoping The same, the peak in North America for most gamers is around 3 p.m. Really? Yeah, but that was noon. What I was seeing there was noon. The peak was noon Eastern time, 9 a.m. Western time on a Thursday. So I don't know if the kids are back. I guess the kids are back in school. Just so it seems odd that the peak would be between, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Like basically, I'm seeing the peak is before that time that you're saying, which makes sense. What you're saying there, it makes sense, but that's not what I'm seeing in the time, unless I'm doing the math wrong, and I may be doing the math wrong. Bulldog, I can't judge as I got out early, but my first thought when I hear you is did you mean Concord? I'm not even sure what that means. I have no idea what that means. Please enlighten me. I feel like I'm missing something really funny. They really don't want to give people free DLCs. They don't get any profits doing that. No, but I mean, I think they've decided. I mean, I don't know. This new fandangled way of gaming, and instead of back in the day, what I'm familiar with, you pay some amount of money, you get the game, and you got the game, and for as long as your freaking was dead on arrival. Yeah, I kind of got the that gist. If the peak is not even a 10 years game, in my view, is pretty much dead already. CA, welcome back. Glad to have you here. Thanks for contributing. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I mean, it's worrisome. It's really, really worrisome. And now we have, like, the majority of players on PC are cheating. Wait, quote unquote cheating. Concord was a huge loss to PlayStation that was fully refunded. You won't hear that anymore to all purchase and removed from the store. Major first party fail. Yep. The only reason I'm mad because why is that AI so hard? Okay. What level are you at, Darian? I can help you with the AI a bit. Forget what it says when it says expert AI or whatever. Forget those labels. All you got to do is worry about your driving and their driving. Actually, that's not even what you got to worry about. Tell me what level you're at, and I will hopefully be able to give you. You're at 50. Okay, you're up there. All right. There are some races where they're very difficult. Basically, leave them for now. You basically have to wait till you get the right car, because some of these things are like you gotta have the right. If you don't have the right car, and you have to tune it, not tune it yourself. You have to put the parts on, like PR adjust it yourself. You know how you go in a race and it says whatever you're below the PR. Mostly it's when you go into a race with a car that's over the PR and it does auto adjust on the PR to bring the PR down. Don't do auto. You got to look at the race. You got to decide, is this a race with a lot of corners where you need good braking, good handling, good acceleration? Or is it a race with a lot of high speed things? And then you have to put the parts on your car that will give you either the acceleration you need for for those stops and starts, or for the top speed. And if it still doesn't work, then you got to wait till you get the right car. And there's everybody out there has said what the cars are. You'll know. And you might have to do some tuning to that car, which I hate. I don't understand it. Sounds like half of it doesn't work anyway, and the stuff that does work, it's backwards. So when you want to increase something, you actually have to decrease the value. And I'm like, I don't have time for that. I'm sorry. I'm just convinced there's some of those races I'm never going to complete, and that's just the way it's going to be. And maybe also, Darian, after the update, it seems like, they're going to try to balance stuff. They're going to do balancing. I have a feeling some of that stuff will be better and some will be worse. So then they'll have to balance it. Like it'll be a constant battle of balancing, right? So don't feel bad. It's not you. I don't know what level of a player you are. I don't know if you're like super, super good at this kind of stuff or if you're more casual like me. And if you're more casual like me, just move on. There's enough races out there that are super easy or easy enough that people like me who aren't like super into like fine tuning suspensions and downforces and braking powers and all that. Like, I want to do that on a real car, not in a video game. I'm sorry. So move on to other races. Also, Darian, what region are you? Maybe we could play together. That would be awesome if we could play together and we could help each other out and maybe have actual some fun. Please, Darian, what region are you in, if you don't mind? Um, so let me back up here. Oops. What did I just do? What am I? Audio. Oh, what am I cranking? No, I wanna scroll back. I missed some of the comments here. Let me scroll back. But my pleasure, doing good. Thanks. Hope you guys are okay. Yeah, we're okay. We're getting there. See, we're getting there. I can tell they stole ideas from this game called Destiny, where after battle, people can all gather in a certain lobby. I mean, that describes many games. Happy weekend. We're gonna get there. We're gonna talk about the cheating. It's coming. Everything that's wrong with the game could be fixed in time, and we would wait as long as servers are strong. Yeah, if we have to deal with bad servers for so long, games slowly dying. Yep, nobody's going to disagree with you. Yeah, I already bought Darian most of the cost. United States, awesome. Add me, Darian. We can play together, and we'll figure this out. We'll help each other. I'll cock block you on the AI. Okay, you tell me which race you want to do. I'll cock block the AI, and I'll make sure you win. Okay, we'll team up. I guess that's cheating, though. I don't know, but that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help my Juggy, my fellow Juggy. We're gonna do it. Don't worry about it. We're gonna do what we can, despite the fact that the game is, a little bit iffy. Easy Cure, how are you? I think we already saluted each other. If not, hi, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Steam stats are low, but a bad race placed me 21,000. How is that possible? Yeah, exactly. 21,351st. That means there's a lot of people who bought the game then, at least. I don't know. Servers are separated by location, perhaps consoles and PC. I understood Steam. The Steam stats are only for Steam, not anything else. And only for Steam, only for people who are playing through Steam, and only, I want to say, in a region, but I have no idea how those Steam stats work at all. Bulldog slowly dying his way off, in my opinion. It released on life support. CA at Easy Cure. Region servers are also PC. Yes, region servers and also PC servers are different from console versions. Yep. You're in the United States. Awesome. Also, region locked is, my opinion, low budget server, budget red flag. Yeah, I mean, I think they wanted to, I don't know. Again, I was a financial guy. I was in those rooms, and this is the kind of thing where I'd be the only guy or girl or person saying, it's a bad idea, guys. You're going to regret it. It sends the wrong message. Like, I'm a number cruncher, but I also understand other stuff. I kind of see I've always, when I was taking my accounting course or whatever, my teachers would grind me for not focusing just on the numbers. And I'm like, it's more than just the numbers. It's more than just the number. You may be talking about people. If you're talking about employees and payroll, you're talking about people's fucking lives. So it's not just about a number. You're affecting the local economy. You got to see the bigger picture than just a number. And I get it. You're trying to make a profit. But profit today may come, a little bit more profit today may come at a sacrifice of huge profits later. And these people, like, I'm talking to executives, and they don't get that. They don't get it. Ugh. But yeah, the region lock just makes everything they're trying to do harder. And supposedly they did it for this reason and the other. And I'm like, okay, but they're shooting themselves in the foot. I get they wanted to save money, supposedly. I still don't get how that saves money. But again, I don't know how those intricacies work, those contracts and whatever. But if that's the case, that's the case. But I'm like, you're saving a little bit of money today to lose a bunch of money later. Doesn't make sense to me. It's a bad investment. It's a simple discounted cash flow calculation. Fuck. Like, come on, guys. It's Finance 101 for crying out loud. Come on. Darian, I already added you. I will get on the game. I'm like, 10 o'clock, I'm going to get off work. Hey, no rush. I'm not saying we have to do it today. Today, I got a few hours. I kind of want to cover this cheating thing, and maybe we actually play the game for a bit at some point. And the weekend is here. This weekend, maybe this weekend if you're free. Whatever. I'm just saying we'll get together. It might not be today. It might not be for a bit today, but whenever we're both available, at 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock, sorry, which time zone are you in? East, Central, West? What time is it for you right now? Actually, tell me that, and we might have a like you and I like for you and I playing. Because I'm on North American servers, but I'm in Europe. I'm physically located in Europe, so I may have to stay up all night to play with you. But I will do that at least once. If I can help a fellow Juggy, I will stay up all night. We will do it. We will do it. Don't worry, we will do it. We're gonna build a community here. That's what we're gonna do. Well, that does save money at a huge cost. Today's financial report looks great. Just don't look at the quarterly report. Yeah, I mean, yep. Okay, the cheating. You guys know what I'm talking about? Can we talk about the cheating? I need a sip. I need a sip. I'm going to mute while I sip so my plastic bottle doesn't crunch in your ears. Hang on. La 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 la. That was actually not a bad note. Didn't sound too bad to me. Probably sounds horrible to you guys. I apologize. Whew. All right. So cheating. Where do we begin? Okay. So, I mean, let's go with the facts. You're east. Okay. So 10 o'clock, I think you mean 10 o'clock p.m.? When you say you're done work at 10 p.m.? Or are you working the nighty shift? Are you working the nighty shift? Because it's what? You're on the east right now. It's 7 a.m., 7:25 a.m.? You mean 10 a.m.? Oh, okay. So in like 2.5 hours or whatever. Perfect. 2.5 hours. Blah, blah, blah. We might be able to play for a bit today because today's a shorter day for me because I got some stuff happening later. But we could at least give it a bit of a try. And oh wait, before let me see. Is it the same name? Oops. Is your name the same here? Oh wait, is that you? Oh wait, no, wait. Send me. Where's your friend request? I don't see it. Oh wait, are you the one that sent me one? Oh wait, that's okay. Wait, which one? That was on September. Who's that? I'm not sure. I don't see it here. Can you send me well, I don't know if you have the app or whatever. If you can send me a message. I have a feeling I've accepted your invite. Maybe I declined it by mistake. Not knowing. Are you the one I said, who are you? Anyway. I just take it for granted. Sometimes I'm still learning this stuff. That like your username on like on YouTube is not for people isn't necessarily the same on PlayStation. So bear with me. This old boomer here. Okay, so the cheating. Okay, you saw it, right? You saw what I'm talking about. I watched a video talking about a post on the subreddit, which wasn't that subreddit. It was the other subreddit, Always Online, was to prevent cheating. Awesome, Darian. Yeah, but it doesn't. We know it doesn't. I don't know what they were thinking. Even other players who are much more savvy than me are saying, some of them believe that this would stop the cheating. I'm like, I don't play a lot online. I try to avoid online except for one game I play online. And I'm like, there's all kinds of cheating happening. There's all kinds of ways. That was you. Yo, sorry, my brain is working. Who are you? Okay. I'm gonna write, this is it 2 R's? Wait, you can't say, this is gonna look dumb. I'm gonna put your name in the message. It's 2 R's. This way I'll know that be you. All right, cool. All right. So anyway, online only prevent blah blah blah. It doesn't. So there's a couple things here going on, but one is the outright supposed cheating, and I get why people want to call it cheating and whatever, but this has been from the beginning of time. So it's a fact. It's there, like it or not. You can call them douchebags or scumbags. And KT, I'm calling you out on that. And I listen, KT, K12, whatever. I get it. I understand what you're saying. Believe me, I understand your frustration. I understand calling them scumbags and all this kind of stuff, and I get it. Believe me. But this is why I avoid online play, multiplayer play, unless it's with people I know, and I know well. For me, I'm always like, you never know. And he's like, oh, you can't hack or whatever, mod the PlayStation. Sure you can. Absolutely you can. They always have. I've been on PS3, PS4, now PS5, and it's always happened. I didn't know it was happening. I'm like, hey, that's weird what happened. And people are telling me, hey, dummy, because they cracked the thing and they hacked and they did this and they modded and whatever. I'm like, I thought the whole point of console was that you couldn't do it. I'm like, hey, old man, what are you talking about? Hey, old man, what are you talking about? Of course they can. And if they haven't yet figured it out on PS5, and I don't know for sure that they have in any way, they will. There's always a way. Anything can be hacked, whether it's physical, mechanical, if it's digital, it's all hackable. It might take some time. Somebody show me anything that's ever been created electronically, digital, that hasn't also been figured out how to hack or that does not have a way to hack it. Don't tell me iPhones. They know how to get into them. They're just not telling anybody. And that's a whole other thing. But, okay, the grander point at large is if they're doing it on PC, it's only a matter of time if they're not already doing it on Xbox or PS5 or whatever. So that's, time will tell if they're not doing it now, but I'm just saying, don't hold your breath that it'll never happen. Don't hold your breath. I want to be wrong on this. I want to be wrong. But prior generations showed that, I'm not wrong. So believe me, I tell my wife all the time, prove me wrong. I get into arguments with her, and later she's like, you were right. You just want to be right. I'm like, no, I actually want to be wrong. But that's a whole other thing. Okay, so what we're talking about specific, let me see what's going on. I want to stay on top. Is the cheating like corner cutting? No. Corner cutting or people making their car unnaturally fast? Okay, the corner cutting, to me, that's cheating in a way. It's unfair advantage. But that's something else we'll touch on. That's not what I'm talking about here. And let me just say this to that. I understood street racing was about staying on the street. And I understood that the game was designed, if you stay on the street and you drive the proper line, a really good line, you will be the fastest. People have proved me wrong. You can smash through all kinds of freaking objects in the game and still be faster than the person who stays on the road. To me, that's not right. But I guess that's how these games are designed, and that's just me expecting something that isn't there. I put on the racing line. The racing line should be the fastest path to get to the finish line, provided you stay on, and the racing line never goes off-road. It always stays on the street. I follow that racing line as best I can, and people who don't follow it at all, and they hit everything, and they come out faster than me. I'm like, I don't get it. Why? That doesn't make sense to me. But again, I'm a boomer. I'm a quasi-boomer. I'm actually not a boomer. I have a boomer. Compared to most of you, probably I'm a boomer. I'm not a really boomer. I'm not that old. Come on. Not that old. But making their car unnaturally fast. Kind of like that. Unnaturally fast. We're kind of talking about that. I really like this game. Sorry, that was Translator. Jerry, I really like this game, but they got a lot of issues they need to fix, like racists. I can't even get in there because it's like glitching out. Wait, like racist? Do you mean racists or races? Because I see a lot of times people type races and it comes up racist. There may be racists also. I can't get because it's like glitching out. Yeah, okay, so the racing thing, yeah, okay. Call them what you want, but exploits and poor coding is not technically cheating. Still hate it, but a lot of the experts are just uneducated. Okay, we're not talking about that really. The game has racists. I'm sure it does. The racing line is rarely the fastest line, which is wrong. I mean, as I recall, you're not old. I'm old, compared to understanding how this shit should work and that kind. You know what I mean? But like that thing, like the racing line is not the fastest. Well, that's why it's called the racing line, because it's supposed to be the fastest path. In racing, in real life racing, the racing line is the correct fastest way around a course or a track. So yeah, apparently in this game it's not, and that's what blows me away. It took me you know how long it took me to realize that. I'm following and then every time I tried to follow it better and better and better, and my times were getting worse. And people were posting times that were many seconds. And then someone, I think it was Duddles, said, "Ha ha ha! If I was you, I'd just cut that corner." And I'm like, "What?" And then I cut the corner and saved like 6 seconds on a 1 minute race by cutting a corner. I'm like, wow. So it's true arcade. I wanted to believe this was like Simcade. It's just true, utter arcade nonsense. So forget the real world. Forget what happens. Like you said, not designed by real drivers, clearly. It's an arcade game. It exists in its own reality, and you have to learn what universe that is and what the laws of physics are in that universe. That's a whole other thing. So we're not talking about that. I mean, we can talk about that. We've been talking a lot about that. So what we're talking about is modding, me-mod, whatever. Anyway, it's been apparent. There's some posts out there detailing. I don't know. Somehow they said like there are over 1,000 players apparently on the Steam on PC. Right now we know for sure on PC. It's unclear that anybody's been able to figure this stuff out on console. But for this conversation, we're talking about PC, mostly Steam. Over 1,000 players are cheating, and they're using mods. And here's what they're doing. Okay, what are some things? They can stop the AI from ever moving. They freeze the AI at the starting line. So you could get in a race with someone, a real life player, and they've frozen the AI. And the AI may be sitting right in front of you. Maybe you're not on the front row, and you're on the second row or further back, and there's an AI car in front of you, and they know that the AI isn't going to move, and you don't know. And so you accelerate, right? You rev up your car. You're doing your what do you call it? Launch control, whatever method you're using, and you launch up, and you rear end the car in front of you, and you're stopped dead. And meanwhile, the other player is gone because they were expecting it. That's one. Another one is they actually make the AI go in reverse from the starting line. So they just back into you. There's a bunch of these. There's tricks where they can travel anywhere on the map at any time and then max out their car speed. And it goes on and on and on. And so they're using these mods. I think they're modding money. They're able to acquire cars, maybe, I think also. There's a whole bunch. I don't want to go read them all. But there's all kinds of this stuff happening, and they're messing up the leaderboards because they're doing this stuff and they're getting on the leaderboards showing times that are just not humanly possible, and so they're messing up the leaderboards. They're probably messing up stuff like high stakes, these other things. What's the other one? What's the other one with the money? There's high stakes and there's, oh my gosh, what's the name of that other one? There's the ranks, but what's the other one? High stakes and, oh my gosh, what's the other one? Hotheads was the other one I'm trying to think of. I don't know. I think they're able to do it in hotheads, right? And K12 was like, oh, they're scumbags. If they're using this to mess up, to beat people, if they're doing it just for their own enjoyment, to do stuff that when they're alone, it's like, oh, it's not affecting people, and I get that opinion. I follow what you're saying. But and then at a certain point he says, for people who are complaining about AI or this or that, because his point was kind of like, and I don't want to just pick on him. It's just he set a conversation. I just kind of want to follow it, and I don't want to get in a bitching match with him because I agree with his sentiment, but in a bigger way. I agree with it across. Like this is an issue with online multiplayer. Period. It is, and follow me through. With the specific so these people are modding their thing and they're able to do it, and apparently anybody can do it. Okay. So someone like K12, who's been, I don't know how long he's been playing these racing games. He's like, according to his channel, it's like that's his thing, is racing games. And he's played a lot. He's gotten used to them. He knows how to tune cars. He spent God only knows how many hours. Takes it, I want to say seriously on that. He tries to make his cars the best they can possibly be. And he's learned tricks along the way. But how long has that taken him? I have no desire. To me, that's boring as hell. I just want to have fun. I just want to get out there. And yeah, call it a skill issue. I just want to play at a casual pace. I don't want to play against, the best of the best. Call it skill issue. It's like, I got a life issue. I'm like, I just don't, I'm not criticizing you for doing it. I say, good on ya. You love doing it. I love a lot of things. And there are like, I got 20 hobbies going on right now. And I want to spend time doing all of them, not just one. So let me enjoy the game the way I want to enjoy it. And if I want to lower the CPU ability so that I can win races easier, let me frickin' do it. Why can't I do it? And if you want to raise it because you want to, test your car tunes and your abilities and all stuff, you should be able to do that too, just as well. But why do someone like me who's more casual, have to compete against someone who's way more serious, way more into it, got way more hours? I will, like in the rest of my lifetime, I could never, ever be able to get to the point that someone else who's been doing this for so long, and I don't just mean him, I mean anybody. There's a bunch of, folks out there that, know this stuff and they're way better, and they always will be, because by the time I learn what they know, they'll learn 400 new things, and they'll always be ahead, and I will always be at a disadvantage. And I also don't desire it. To me, that's not fun. I'm not saying it's not fun. For them, it's fun. Great, do it. So he was using this same point and saying, oh, if you can't beat the AI, you're a scumbag, whatever, skill issue, get better. And I'm like, yeah. And I guess some of them are just doing it for, whatever. I get why they're doing it. And I agree. That's, whatever. Just to mess up the leaderboards. I don't agree that they should be doing that, but they're going to do it. And if it's not them, it'll be somebody else. Someone will figure out some way. And if it's not someone who's been playing the game for so long that it's figured, I'm losing people. Why am I losing people? I'm basically agreeing with him. But this is an issue with online multiplayer. Like here's the thing. Like look at my ping. My ping is like over 200 right now. I get into a race and that thing goes even higher. I'm not even 100% sure. My friend tried to explain to me what ping is. It's kind of like how long it takes, the signal from wherever to reach me. And I'm in Europe playing on North American servers, and I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming those servers are closer to North America than they are to me. So if my ping is 200, and I was playing with someone the other day and they said their ping was 30 something, they see shit before I do. Like, not that they see it. It comes to their house sooner than it comes to mine. Maybe I'm wrong. When it's counting down, 3, 2, 1, they're seeing it 150 milliseconds sooner than me. And it's always going to be like that. Always. If I understand how it works. Maybe I don't understand how it works. Somebody who has a faster internet connection, happens to be physically closer to the servers, like better resolution monitor TV, better HDMI cable, all these things cause delays. I think I have a super cheap TV. It's an expensive brand, but it's cheap. Sorry, I mean cheap like it's low end in terms of technology. I'm going on the assumption here that stuff doesn't look right. It doesn't process things as quickly. It's long response time, long lag time, compared to something much better. I'm seeing every corner late. I'm seeing every NPC car, CPU car late in a race when you're going at higher speeds. It's like, oh shit, there's the corner. Like I'm seeing it like half a second after it's there. I'm waiting for it, and I miss them all the time. There's like, I can sort of keep up to a certain speed. Part of it, I think, is me, like a physical problem in my brain, my eyes, the processing time. One of you was saying how you got this reaction time measured, and it was like super amazing low reaction time. And so even with everything else the same, that person is going to always have an advantage. There's no skill issue that can overcome that, Sorry, I'm gonna read some of this. The race, Darian. So the race that kick you out. It kicks you out. Well, that shouldn't be happening anymore since the update yesterday or the day before. I don't know if you've tried. That was the one that they were supposed to fix, with being not getting kicked out of the races, or getting that message at the end of the race that where you sit there forever. If you're still getting that, then yeah, big fail on the 7-hour outage. But these are not developed by trying on the track, probably, but in the streets of Hong Kong. No, that's my bad then. I just assumed the wrong thing. My bad, I guess. Yes, I like racing, but I will never get close to the 5. The slower the cars, the better I can keep up. I'm with you, Easy Cure. Sebi, there you are. Hi, how are you, Sebi? Easy Cure. Yes, time it takes for a game to communicate with the game server. So there's an advantage to someone who's physically closer to the server or has a lower time. So I'm always going to be at a disadvantage, and I'm going to have an advantage. So someone who's got 400 milliseconds, or 350, I'm going to have an advantage on them regardless of skill, right? So I mean, there's nothing cheating there, but it's right. It's like there's all right. So cheating is essentially what? An imbalance, right? An undesired advantage, So by me having this really like it's always red. Someone came on in the early days and said my ping should be illegal. Well, there's nothing I can do about that except for physically uprooting myself and moving myself halfway across the planet, or creating another brand new PSN account for a region that I don't want to be part of. Like it just those are easy fixes without me having to do anything. Somebody on the other side should be able to correct that and put us on a level playing field, for example. So, I mean, okay, so you're okay with certain things, but not okay with other. I'm talking more philosophical and existential here a bit, but yeah, people go out of their way to cheat and make their cars fight, but okay, now it's out there. Everybody can do it. It's like the Olympics thing, right? The Olympics tries to stop people from, drugging and doping and all this stuff. And I've had this debate with friends, and they said, just let them do it. Let them do it and see how good they can get. And I'm like, no, it's to me, it's like, what can the body do naturally? Like, what can people push themselves to naturally? To me, that's more impressive than just getting a chemical advantage. And whatever, like, it's like, that's your opinion, that's my opinion, whatever. But it's, I forgot, I was going to make a point about the Olympics thing, but now I lost it. I think you know what I was talking about. Yes, it takes time for a game to communicate with the game. So why, Medi Gaite, why exists cheating? You're going to ruin the game. Well, why does it exist? I get what you're saying. I understand, but it's not just this game. Every game has that. It's out there. It can be done. That's just the nature of technology. Any technology, mechanical, digital, it can all be cheated. So it's going to happen. Unfortunately, like it or not, it's going to happen. People will figure it out one way or another. But here's how you learn. If the game wasn't so, if you have to do so much grinding, you have to disincentivize the cheating, right? So, I mean, you can stop a lot of it. I mean, I'm not sure you'll ever get rid of it, but it's just, unfortunately, it's just a fact that if there's a will, there's a way. Someone will always figure it out. Bulldog, it's time back and forth as well as data lot. Yeah. You're carrying a handful of marbles and you run to the store. It's time there and back. And packet loss refers to how many marbles you dropped. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really been watching the packet loss a lot. Most of the time when I've glanced up there, it looks like it's okay in the process. And it's already ruined. Yeah, matey. Yeah, because I was playing yesterday. I was getting the same issue. Really? So the game... wow, really? Because that, like, people, like, there's, Alex 7 and K12, I'm sure others were like, oh, let's test it. They did like 5-hour streams testing the server issues, and they tested a lot of stuff, and I didn't see that being an issue coming up. So if you're having it, I haven't seen it, but I haven't done too many races with other people. Actually, no, I did a bunch of races. I guess it doesn't matter if you're with other people. It should still, yeah, it's weird that you're getting it. You're getting it. You're getting that issue, the race error, I think you mean. Matty, I think this cheating thing is bad for developers because they're going to take more time to fix this. There's no fixing it. You can't fix that. How do you, like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, they fix it today. Justice, hello, welcome back. Nice to see you. I mean, okay, so they can do something, say today or tomorrow, and fix what's happening, but then someone, it's a cat and mouse game, right? It becomes a cat and mouse game. So they put something in there to sort of help today, but then they figure a way around it, and then they got to figure another way, and it just keeps going on and on and on forever. We're doing, that looks like Spanish. Pero que estás diciendo lame chipotes, bro? I have no idea, developers. Sorry, I have no idea. Why is there diciendo? That to me sounds like saying, like, why am I saying something lame? Are you saying I'm saying something lame? See, cheating is the least of their problems at this point. They take care of people getting in the game and being able to play the game. There are still many who can't complete races. Totally, CA. That's like totally, right? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Am I making any sense? I mean, I don't expect, everybody to agree with me. I'm just kind of like, I'm trying to bring up points. I'm trying to bring up points to think about and say, I get why K12 is upset by that. I totally get it. If I was him, I would be I would be exactly the same. I get it. But some of us are not him. Some of us are not at his level and never ever will be. And I'm saying, he's like, well, I don't want to go up against these people who've overclocked their cars and whatever and can beat me, and it's ruining the experience. I mean, he's not really saying I don't want to go up against them, but, he's making a point of how that throws the balance of the game off. And I'm like, I get it. But people like him throw the balance off for people like me, who will never, ever be like, I got to do these ranked races and I'm always going to come out the bottom. I'm going to do a high stakes. He's complaining that he can't see the result of the high stakes. He only got paid 20 grand and he was number one at one point. And I'm like, okay, but I know, like, why should I pay? Like, it's such a hard grind. And I get what he's saying. I totally get it. I agree with what he's saying. I'm like, I don't understand why any of these races, you should be able to see the leaderboard here without having to go in the race. And he was mentioning, he's like, you can't see the high stakes leaderboard without going into it. And after you've done it 3 times, you can't go into it anymore. And he's right. We should be able to see a leaderboard of any race. There are races you can't, like, where's the one here? The one, oh no, because now I bought the car. I bought the Delta. Anyway, there was the race, this one, where, I couldn't, if you don't have the right car, you can't go in it to see the leaderboard if you're curious. And he's saying the same thing with high stakes. He wants to see why he only got paid 20 grand and where he ended up in the end. And I guarantee what's happened. People have cheated and pushed him down to the bottom. I'm guessing. I don't know. We'll never know because we can't see. And there's no amount of me playing that I'm ever going to be able to compete with someone, with people like that. And kudos, man. You got the skill. Great. I'm sure you worked hard. And I'm not demeaning that. Like, you should be at the top. But why should other people who don't devote as much time or don't care as much, be at the bottom, right? Basically, that high stakes and the instant challenges it's a stooge game. It's people find people who are stooges. I mean, it happened to me. I don't even understand how they work half the time. And people look for you and they see that you're in a weak car and they challenge you. And I'm like, oh, someone wants to play with me. And I accept the challenge. Next thing I'm out 50 grand because this person had a super hyper car and I was in my freaking, I don't know, whatchamacallit there, buggy or what, not even the buggy, like the wreck buggy, the wreck beetle buggy, it was something stupid. And I'm like, I didn't know that I'm like, well, it should put us at a level, like, why would you be thrown into a race when they know that, like, the cars are a complete imbalance? To me, that's shocking. You don't get a chance to change your car when you start the race. That seems odd to me. I'm like, I want to participate these things, and I want to throw 50 grand on the line, even though it's really hard to make 50 grand in the game. And I'm like, But if you don't know that you can't change your car at the beginning of the race, like every other race, you can change your car. It's not a race where it's like, okay, here are the specs and put people out the same, at least in a similar vehicle, similar level vehicle. I'm like, somebody has knowledge and somebody else doesn't. That's cheating. That's a form of cheating. And in my world, in the financial world, it's called insider trading. It's an unfair advantage that somebody knows something. There's nowhere in the game that tells you when you do an instant challenge, you don't get to change your car when you start the race. It doesn't warn you, nothing. Somebody knows, somebody doesn't. That's an unfair advantage to me. Somebody who's playing this game for the first time, someone like me who's playing, that's an unfair advantage. And that's just another way of saying cheating, right? I'm not trying to pick on him. Again, I agree with a lot of what he's saying. I agree with pretty well everything. And just sometimes I basically agree with everything he's saying in the points. I'm just trying to take those points and spread them. Like his points were geared at like one specific thing. I'm trying to take that point and say, perhaps, we can apply this idea in other places, because I like thinking about this kind of stuff. Well, Maddie said true. That was a while ago. Someone agrees with something I said. See, a map is still crazy bug. Races are bugged. 8 people on a server. Come on, at least 32 for this kind of game. Just a few of the things that could really change the experience. 32, at least 32. I get what you're saying. I don't know. You probably, maybe people would, maybe disagree with the at least 32. But your general sentiment, CA, yes, more than 8. So, again, some people were saying, oh, it works. Here, let's go join a race. Where am I? What's the closest race to me right now? There isn't one. Where am I? What's the closest race? What's this one? Okay. Let's go there. Watch, we'll do this. So, it's fixed. It's everybody. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's fixed. It works. This all works now. Okay. And so this is what happened. They're like, oops. So they did this, went to a race, and said it was fixed. Everything's fixed as far as races go. Totally fixed. Except for, like, if you're in a group, you can't enter a race with a group. It won't work. But everything's fixed. Okay, except that. All right, okay. And so they did this, and so you go here, and you start this race, and I probably got to change cars. I'm going to change car. I don't even know if I'm going to do this race or not. And I don't know, is it wet? It's telling me standard tires, so I probably need slicks. If it's telling me standard, sport. What's our PR? It's a 550. What are we going to do? We're going to do that. Okay. Oh no, shit. I didn't want to do, I wanted to actually wait. Sorry. I thought that the countdown was, damn, now I have to abort this. So I didn't realize the countdown. I thought that you had to press it once and then wait for the 2-minute countdown. I'm so confused by the countdown thing. There's too many places for the countdown. And I gotta waste one of my 5 tries by abandoning, just to show you guys, like, and we'll read the messages while this countdown is going. Now I gotta do, this is the thing, like I should have saved all of that, but now I gotta do, this is something that bugs me. I gotta do this every time. And then, wait, oh, I didn't change the car. And then we gotta do this, we go to the standard tires, and then we go back here, and we're gonna change all this. And now we wait. Okay, so now we wait. Okay, we're gonna wait till minute 42. 32 play, see it, and excuse me for being stupid. No, you don't need to excuse yourself. You're not stupid. But if I want to race with you, why can't we choose the weather for a race? It's beyond my understanding. You're not stupid, CA. We're not stupid. They are stupid. They are stupid for not letting us be able to do that. And that's the problem with online. That's a problem that comes with online only. When it's online only, you don't get to choose. I guess. I don't know. In GTA, you can choose so many things in a race, right? You can change collisions or not. You can change, what kind of cars. You can change the time of day. No, you're not stupid. They are. I guess it's not a thing that comes with online only. In their mind, it comes with online only. You can't change the weather if you and I are going to race together. They're stupid, not you. Come on. There's no juggy that's stupid except for maybe me. Maybe me. Right? It works. Look at how many people have entered this race. It works. Right? They're saying it works. Yeah, it works if 7 people follow you into the race, into that one race at the exact same time. It works. And they're trying to tell me indirectly. They're saying, oh, they fixed it. And I'm like, how many races are there in here? How many races are there? Right? There's like all of these races. Callum, right? And I'm not convinced of where it finds people for your race, but everything so far, and until I see it happen, then I'll be able to say, no, it's all right. But everything I've seen so far is it's only for if people in your session join that race. Now I'm being told, no. If anybody joins that in your server, right? We got the region, obviously. If anybody tries to join that race in your region, I'm not buying it. I want to see it. I'm not buying it. Maybe it's true. Maybe it is. But the thing is, unless you have people that that you say, hey, a bunch of you, like for those of you who are in the chat watching the stream, if you're in the game right now and you're on PS5 and I said, hey, go start that race and you're not in my session, maybe we'll end up there. How does a normal person do that? How does just any regular person go to a race that wants to play with 8 people and make that happen? I could sit here all day, and I guarantee you I will never get 8 randos. Like the 2-minute countdown, and then I'll have to start over. And then the 2-minute countdown, I'll have to start over. I'm never going to get 8 randos. Never. There's just too many races out there for 8 people, even if it's for all of North American servers, to join this race in these 2 minutes. It's never going to happen. I mean, it was never going to happen. This is the GTA problem. And this is what I was saying. When people said, oh, it won't be a big deal. It won't be a big deal. You'll find people. On GTA, the heists, you need 4 people. You can't start without less than 4 people. One of them is you. You need to find 3 people. And there are only so many things. I mean, I've sat there for 45 minutes, an hour. I know people who are sitting there and waiting. It's days and days and days, and they're not able to get 3 people to join them to do something. When you're sending invitations to them, when you're actually, like, there's no invitations going out to people, I don't believe, saying, hey, Dizzy wants to do this race. Anybody want to join him? I don't think invitations are going out. I've never seen invitations come to me like that, so I don't think that's in there. How are you going to get 7 other randos in here? How's that going to happen? Whatever. It's not going to work. I'm not even going to find one person, let alone. You're not stupid, CA. You're just not stupid. Seper. Not sure how to pronounce that. Hi, my platform is Xbox. I came and play once to USC and just show me login error, platform motion. Login error. Keep pressing the button. Seper. Just keep pressing. That's an easy one. Login error. You just keep trying, brother. I think you're a brother, fellow Juggy. I don't want to assume. Try if you're trying to play right now. Keep pressing the button. You should get in. It should only take 3 or 4 tries. I have not had that error in a long time. And when I got login error. Sorry, I'm not sure how, like, you wrote very good English here. I'm going to try to speak a little bit slower in case English, isn't your first language, or, your English isn't really, like English is my first language and I'm not that good at it. The login error, sorry, I forgot what I was going to say, but keep trying with login error, press it 3 or 4 times, 5 times. Most people, after trying a couple times, get in. I think some people see that login error and they think something's broken and they don't try anymore. So keep trying. And please let us know. Salehi. Please try again and let us know if it works. Please, I want to know if we helped. If you have another problem, ask, and we will try to help you. That login error you're getting should be an easy one to get past. And there's Bulldog, but they will never be able to balance that unless we get the concurrent player count way up. Not enough players for fair matchmaking. Yeah, and this 7-hour outage from the other day said they're going to improve matchmaking. So, yeah, I mean, how do you... I agree, like, yeah, you're dead on, Bulldog, you're dead on. Sebi, what's the best cross-country vehicle? Come on, man, Sebi, you're still asking the buggy, man. The buggy, it's the only one. I mean, the buggy, it's a real off-road vehicle. It's the only real off-road vehicle. People are saying it's OP and it's meta, but come on, man, come on. It's designed specifically for that task. How does an SUV supposed to compete against, a high clearance, big tire, whatever? Come on, the buggy, man. Clearly the buggy. We knew that from the beta. Callum in the house. CA, so I don't know if I got this right, but the servers are region locked. You got it right so far. You got it clear as whatever the most clearest thing of 4C diamond. You got it clear. So then besides that, when you enter the game, you are in the game with only other 7 people in a server. Okay, you got it. You got it right. I don't know why your question. Right now I have 2 other people in my session. And these people can follow me around. We can see each other. Like there's one there, right? And there's one there. And you see up, it says nearby. So I'm looking at this Ducklefield, whatever. And to the right on that bar, it says 2 of 8, right? So there's 1, 2 of 8. I think it should say 2 of 7 because I think it's a max 8 person per session, and I'm one of them. So, I don't know if they really mean 9. Like 8 plus you or 8 including you. It's sort of unclear I understood it was 8 per session. Well, then this should say 2 of 7 because you can only have 7 more. Like everything is unclear in this game, right? I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be 8 others, but anyway, yeah. So should be 80 people. Wow, we went from 32 to 80 now. Hang on, I got a drink. %. I saw someone ask a question there about the cheating. We were talking a bit about it. We're kind of talking about different things. We'll get back to you. I'm not ignoring you. Where was it? I got this right. Yeah. No, you got it. So I don't know if I got this right. CA, you got it all right. So the servers are region locked. Yes. So you and I, we're in North America. And we only have access to other people who are in North America. Right now, it's in the middle of the night in North America. Well, it's early morning now. Parts of it, right? So if everybody's sleeping, I'm screwed. I won't be able to find anybody to play with. It's stupid. So then besides that, when you enter the game, you are in the game with only someone in a server. Yeah, in your local session. Yeah. Apparently, though, when you enter a race, now this is the thing that's unclear. Some people I saw last night said anybody who's on North American servers, if they launch this race right now, they will join me. Maybe. They should be able to. And I mean, that's putting a lot of faith that anything works. And I'm saying I could sit here all day. Like, let's do it. We'll just do this and see if anybody. What are the odds that somebody else is going to want to, race this race in North America at this hour, right? And then what? So you give up and then you go to another race and you try another one. You try that one and you give up on that one. You try another one. And there's like 160 races, 180 races, however many they're supposed to be here. I mean, so the chance of you finding a race where it's all people is very, very small. Yep. And so for people who just want to play against CPU, that's great, right? You just say start race, you got to wait another 10 seconds. I'll tell you something. So, another thing is someone last night discovered, someone popular out there discovered that this thing works now, and it didn't work before because they went with 2 or 3 or 4 other people that they said, hey, you guys, come in here, and they joined the race at the same time and see, it works. That was always working. So it doesn't work if you're in a group. But that, for me on PS5, and they were on PS5, always worked. Because there were times where I wanted to play alone and people would jump in. And I didn't realize, I just assumed nobody could get in. And many times people made it in. One, and they were always from my session and they managed to get in there. So this was working before. Maybe it was working and then it got broken when they did one of the updates. But it wasn't like it never worked and suddenly now it works. I've seen it happen before. So, easy cure. Aren't 4 players the max with 4 AI? Nope. No, races have 8. There's 8 positions in a race, right? When you finish a race, right? Oh, no, I'm stuck. When you finish a race, it's 1 through 8. So you should be able to get some. I mean, you can see it there. Well, not anymore. Well, you're on a delay. Well, now you can't see it anymore. Hang on, now I'm going to get out of this thing. Yeah, so you should be able to get put it this way, if there are 7 of you on North American servers right now, and, well, I'm at the back, first of all. Why am I at the back? That's 2. I wasted 2 now. Damn it. If there are 7 of you on North American servers in the session on PS5, it also has to be the region and the same platform also. Sorry, we forgot to mention that, right? CA? But you have to be on the same platform as well. But if there are 7 of you on North American servers on PS5, I could say, go to that race. And regardless of whether we're in the same session or not, if we all went to that race at the same time, in theory, we should all be able to play together. And I'm skeptical that would actually work. I've seen it work where it's like 3 or 4, whatever, and it sort of works, but I don't know. I'm like, it kind of works. I don't think it's like, I don't know. It should work, yes. And it seems like it's kind of working, yes. But the fact that you have, platform lock, region lock, and all these things, it's like, will it ever really work? And there's not enough players and all this stuff. So, for them before you, 4 players the max. No, I mean 4 players and 4 AI. No, but look, it's searching for how many there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 spots. Like it's looking for 8 spots there. So, I mean, unless that means something different, I assume based on that it means 8 real live players, not 4 and 4. And I don't call them AI because they're so stupid. They're so messed up. They're CPU. CPU is a generous term for them. Cat 007. It's stupid because they need 100 people lobbies if they don't have crossplay. Yeah, no. Curly fries. People bought Ultimate. No. So the cheating is people on PC. They can mod the game. They can make their cars go super, super fast that they shouldn't be able to do. They can make the AI stop and not move. They can make the AI go backwards. They're able to do all sorts of. They can travel anywhere on the map at any time and then max out their car speed. I mean, we knew cheating, like, listen, this is like, oh, cheating is starting now. We knew that you can go with a friend into a ranked race and the one friend can leave the match and the other person gets the win. And people have been doing that to pad their ranked wins. People have been doing it. I know they've been doing it. I've seen them do it, I mean, you can do stuff like that. You get the money. You can cheat like that. The instant challenges, we were messing around with that. There's a way to like game the system with instant challenge. The only thing is they put a limit. You can only play the same person 3 times, I think in 24 hours. So you can still give a person 150 grand by losing to them deliberately in an instant challenge. You can't remove that in any way. So it's always going to exist, even within the bounds of the game. And I'm sure there are other ways that either we don't know about yet, or that people have discovered and we haven't. It's not widely known, or there are other ways that just people haven't discovered, and they'll create a patch for it, and then someone will discover something else, and then they'll create a patch for it, and it'll always be there. I mean, tell me I'm wrong here. Tell me that there aren't other games where they patch these things and then it's never been an issue before. I don't know, but we're talking about the ones on PC. Especially, and they're messing up. They're putting leaderboard times that are just like not even humanly possible. And so no, it's not people who bought Ultimate Editions. People who are downloading software, an app or whatever that lets them modify the game 80. Now we have 80 people per session. Any other votes? CA, if their servers are so unstable with 8 people in one session, how would they be with more people? Yeah. Bulldog, those that bought those really priced collector editions may own a valuable item if the game is killed off super early. Exactly. Yes, you're right. Yep. Has to be crossplay. I mean, that's one thing that'll help. Crossplay. I mean, you remove the region lock so people can play with their friends, but licensing and money and whatever. Yeah, but if you don't do it, you're killing the game. I mean, one thing that would help right now, pay the extra money and remove the region lock. And there's a bunch of people in my chat that I would play with, but I can't because they're in different regions. Pay the extra money and you bring those people back. You know? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's more difficult than that. I suppose at this point it's more difficult than that. I think that needs to be someone from the North America, but also in the same session as you. So just the people from the same session with you can join the race. That's kind of what I'm like. Like, I saw something last night that says, maybe not. I agree. I initially thought exactly that. That was my thinking, was they have to be also here. So, I would group up with someone, and then we would go to the Solar Hotel, so we would be put in the same session. You do something to get yourself in the same session. Then you have to remove yourselves from the group, because if you do it as a group, the game locks up when it tries to launch the race. So you have to remove yourself from the group, and then you join the race, and then you race together. And it sounds like, from what I've seen, that you don't have to be in the same session, but you have to play. The thing is, too, I think they were friends. I think what I saw last night was, someone saying on a stream saying, hey, let's go do this race. And 3 or 4 other people went to do the same race at the same time. But I suppose they are friends. They are PlayStation friends. And that may have been helping them get into the same session at the same race at the same time, even though they weren't in the same session. I just thought of that now. Actually, that might have been, helping them, because they had no trouble, pretty much, it looked like, doing that. And they did it a few times, several times. So, yeah. I think they need some, yeah. But, so this is what we're talking about. We're like, you and I, CA, what time is it now? You're coming up on, it's still, like 8 o'clock or just after 8. So we got a couple hours to go. I'll be here. We'll try it and see what happens. Maybe this is something we can do live and figure out, if you don't mind being, on the stream with your PS name being exposed. If not, we can kill the stream and I'll do it with you, without the stream. And we'll try to answer this question. Maybe we'll defriend each other and try to launch not being in the same session and see if that works. I think God knows their servers actually work. I know. I mean, there isn't a lot of faith out there. Next on DDU, you can only play with people with the same hair color as you. Only character, like, you have to have the same kind of character. Characters have to look your avatar has to look exactly the same, or else you can't play together. Yeah, totally. I've seen it, Easy Cure. I've seen it happen. Suddenly a real player join a normal race. Yeah, I've seen it happen, and it's been happening from early on. So there was something there where it kind of worked all along. This guy, what are you doing? The truck's making me nervous. So I saw it a couple places last night that it was like, oh, this revelation, this maintenance they did worked, it fixed something. I'm like, no, I don't think that was ever really broken. Everybody was trying to do it by being in a group, and it never worked if you were in a group. From the beta, it didn't work. From the first beta, like the one in July, it didn't work. Pretty sure. I think even the play tests, it didn't work. I don't know for sure about that. But if you were not in a group, you could join a race with another person. So this isn't something they fixed. This was something that just people didn't notice they didn't notice it wasn't broken. To me, it seems like, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm just saying, to me, it seems like that was a thing because, you guys are saying it. You saw people join in a race. You didn't want them there, but they got there. So, For those asking for 80 to 100 players, have you ever played a game with more than 50? Riders Republic with 60 playing PvP, and it was just stupid, to be honest. I think they're just, they're being a bit sarcastic. The point there, Bulldog, I think, is more than 8. 16, 12, 25. I don't know, somewhere in that neighborhood, somewhere in there. Here's the thing: if it is in fact that if I want to join this race and only the people in my session, which right now there are only 2 people, if only they can join me, then there needs to be more people in the session, way more people in the session, right? But if it's not just the people in your session, then the number of people in the session doesn't matter so much for starting a race. It's how many people are out there on your region who are trying to start that race at the same time as you. That's the mitigating factor. So then the number of people in the session, it would be nicer to see more than 2 people at a time, but it's North America and it's early in the morning and it's a Friday. So everybody's either at school or at work, right? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, it's Friday, everybody's at work. Whatever. Again, my problem is being in Europe with a North American account. And so I'm, when I start, at 8 or 9 or 10 in the morning for me, there's still those night owls who are still up. It's 2 o'clock in the morning for them in North America, so I can still play if I come on early enough, or if I stay up super, super late. But yeah, the number, if it's not just limited to the people in your session, then the number of people in the session matters less for that, right? CA. So even if you were not in the same session, but you were friends with that person, you can join their session, because that's a lot better than being stuck with the person in your session. You don't even have to be friends. Friends makes it easier, right? So here. Well, nobody's on. This guy's online, but not in the game. And they wouldn't join me anyway. Oops. You know what? Was it CA? Sorry, who was it? No, it was Darian. Sorry, it was Darian that was something thing. Darian, if you could send me a message on PlayStation, whether or not it's okay if your PSN ID gets shown on the stream, because if not, then if you don't want it up there, then I'm gonna have to unfriend you. Sorry, what was, yeah, the friends makes it easier, because if this person was in the game, you can't do it. So it would look like this, and you would say invite to your group, and then you're in the same group, and then you go. And I'm not sure on the intricacies of how this happens, but then you go to somewhere like the Solar Hotel. This seems to be the one that everybody's using. You go inside. And I'm not sure. I think it helps if you're in a group, and it's easier to be in a group if you're friends. But you can still, because if you and I are not friends, and we want to join a group, please tell me. If we're not in the same session, how do I get you to join my group? If we're not friends and not in the same session, to me it becomes extremely difficult, right? So it's like you got to find your PSN ID. I got to send you a message, or basically you're going to end up being friends anyway. If we're messaging, we might as well be friends. So it makes it a lot easier. I'm not sure if you're not friends. I'm not sure if you just go, you can go to the Solar Hotel and just hope the people end up here too. Because this dude is here. Let's do the happy dance. You're gone. Where'd you go? There you are. Oh, there goes another one. And again, this was something else too, just a little aside here. Last night, it's like they were here and talking a bit like I am. They're like, oh, look, there's all kinds of people coming through the hotel. Oh, look, something that's fixed. I'm like, I've always seen people come through the hotel. To me, it's not new. This isn't fixed. It was like, what was that? Oh, I got a note. Oh, I just got a trophy. Woohoo! Woohoo! How many trophies? How many trophies? We are at 49 trophies. 49 trophies. Right, so I don't know. It's a lot easier if you're friends, I think is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, being stuck. Yeah, you can. There's. See, basically, the answer is there are definitely ways to end up um, in the same session. I've done it. I did it with who were we doing? Legit, Speed Racer, both with Legit and Speed Racer. We were doing it, and we are friends. And we would go to the Solar Hotel, and we would both be there. Um, they were both able to force me into a group with them without sending me an invitation that I could say yes or no to, which I want to learn how to do. They just sort of giggled every time I asked them, "How did you do that?" And they wouldn't tell me. This guy wants to. I don't know. What are you asking me for? I'm just not like I don't have the right car to go up against that. I don't feel like changing cars, but I appreciate. Um, um, I'll just give you like. Sorry, bro. I'm streaming. Um, so CA at Bulldog, they should find a balance between the server being able to keep those people connected, but also the game being fun. Yeah, I think that's what we're talking about, right? With the cheating that's going on, with all this stuff, with the servers, with the number of people in the game, like we're all talking about finding that balance. Nothing's going to be perfect, right? We all acknowledge it will never be perfect, but finding like what we have now is like way to the one extreme of not even close. So we want to move towards the middle. Like there's the other side, which is just, crazy. It's not sustainable. Like you say, 100 people won't work, whatever. There's like somewhere along the middle of that for, the cheating part, the number of people in the session, the server staying up, no race errors, being able to buy a car without getting an error and completing your freaking task and being able to, fast travel where you should be able to fast travel and all these things. It's all about balance. Bulldog, well, sure, but region locked as your hair color requirement. Yeah. At me, CA, at me. How about doing a Discord server? Could help us get together easier. Maybe in time we can make a little TDU SC community. I love that idea. I have no idea what that means, to be honest. This freaking Discord thing. My friend who's, helped me is, we're doing this basically together. He's just sort of busy right now with life. He tried to explain this Discord thing, and I'm not opposed to it. See, let me try to make this. Me, I'm going to go on and on and on and on and say a whole bunch of things to get to the point. I'm not opposed to it right now. For me, I'm already overwhelmed with everything I'm trying to deal with. Can we put a pin in that and revisit that? Hopefully in the near future. I love the idea if it will help, and it sounds like what you're proposing there will make things easier. Will help. Um, it's just right now I'm dealing with a lot here, both in life and with the stream and the game crashing and dropping my streams, and I'm trying to get a capture card and I can't find, like, the stores don't carry it, and I got all these other things sort of like one step at a time basically. But I love that idea as a concept. I want to see what if it means more software that I need or whatever. I don't think so. I think it's like a web-based thing. I'm not sure. It's like another account. I have to link to my PSN and all that. So I gotta like like I said, I'm near boomer, and I want fewer accounts than more accounts. I already have so many accounts with so many passwords and 25 fucking email accounts and Nacon account and all this stuff. And I will definitely entertain the idea. The fact that you're saying it, and if you're saying it, other people are probably thinking it. So I want to explore it. I want to see what's involved, and I want to do it right mostly. If I'm going to do it, I want to do it right. I want to know that I can do it, and it's not going to just, I'm going to botch it and frustrate everybody. But if you can just be patient, um, we'll. I gotta talk to my friend here, my let's call it my partner in streaming, and he can tell me what I need to know, and he's super reliable about all the details about making me feel okay about what I'm getting into. Oops, I guess. But yeah, I like the idea, and we'll shoot towards doing that. It's just probably not going to happen, this weekend kind of thing. It's probably going to be a week or two. But I love, like you say, you're killing me with these words, like community. That's my word, man. And I'm like, let's build a community. Let's help. I mean, there are communities out there for, the top echelon of players. And I don't know, some of you may, I'm not saying you're not, some of you may be top echelon, and that's great. If you're here, fantastic. I kind of thinking that there's a lot of people that are similar to me that are like, they like playing, they like racing, they're just not being able to, devote so much time to being top, creme of the creme, kind of thing. And that's great. Let's do that. And hopefully some of those more experienced players, and there's been many of them that have come by and given me tips, right? Look at me, Deoxys, so many. There's many others I can't even remember. Come in here and you guys know more than me, and you're like, try this, try that, try this, and I really, really. I mean, I know sometimes I'm like, I tried that, it fucking didn't work. Guys, if you're there, if you're watching, listening, whatever, I appreciate it. Please keep doing it. I will try. I'm more frustrated with myself than the advice. I'm kind of like, I'm such an idiot, I can't do it. So please keep giving me the advice. I really, really, really appreciate it. Yep, we will fix the Discord server problem with the day one patch done. Lex Express Plus, why are people cheating on this game and defeats the purpose of what this game is about? Because that's what people do. Lex, thank you for coming. How are you? Glad to have you here. People will be people, and if they can, they will, ultimately. And this is my thing. I'm like, well, if they put a leaderboard, if they do this online thing and there's an online leaderboard where people compete against each other to brag and say, look, I'm number one, people are going to find any way to do it, legitimate or otherwise. That's just the way people are. They do it in finance, they do it in video games, they do it everywhere. If there's a quicker way to do it, they will do it. They will figure it out. And there's no shortage of people trying to help figure it out. That's just human nature. Because they can bulldog. Yeah, exactly. Because they can. I'm good. Happy to be back. That's just unfortunate. People being people. You're right. Yep. LOL. Ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I was sort of not giving grief, but trying to make a point with like Kingdom 12, for example. He's got all this experience. He knows how to tune cars and whatever. And I'm like, that's great. You can do that. You put an effort. You've got lots of experience. You're really good at something and you know how to do it. And you get help from a lot of people that help you get there. And that's cool. That's, to me, you're still gaining an advantage over someone like me that I will never have. And it's not abusing system or creating an alternate reality that gives you an advantage. It's a different thing. And I'm not calling it cheating. But what's going on over here is just like, so these other people are creating an unfair advantage over top of someone like that who has all this legitimate experience and know-how and help and whatever. And I'm like, well, the way you feel about being in a position related to them is the way I feel about being in a position to you, like I feel your pain because that's how I live my life every day when I got to try to compete against people like you. And I'm not saying it's exactly the same thing. I'm just saying the feeling is the same, right? People want to be first after playing just 10 minutes. Yeah, they don't want to enjoy the game and the progression. They just want to be first. Yeah, you put a leaderboard up there and people will try. If they'll try, maybe they'll try legitimately and realize, okay, this is going to take a long time. I know I've given up. I mean, because I know that now on the beta I did it and I reached the top, and it was because nobody was playing on the last day. So it felt good. It feels good to see your name up there. I mean, it's region. It's not like people go worldwide. I'm worldwide number one. It's like, no, it's just your region, but it's still impressive, right? It's still good. And in a way, the region, this is one good part of the region region lock that I thought about here. So we have, I think there are 8 regions. That means there are 8 people on the planet who get to be here. 8 different people from competing against 8 different groups of people. I was here once, and it felt great. It was during the beta, and it was totally irrelevant, but I was here once. I saw my name. I took a photo next to myself, next to my car, whatever. I took a screenshot, whatever. And it was during the beta, and it didn't mean anything because there were only a handful of people playing and whatever. But it feels good. But now 8 people get to feel this. Otherwise, it would be King Paul Blart worldwide every day being up here. Not sure how he's the one driving 5,000 kilometers. Is he really driving 5,000 kilometers every day? I don't know. I mean, he was on, I saw him last night. I don't mean to him specifically. I mean, somebody who ends up here, not King Paul Blart. I'm not saying you're cheating. I'm saying somebody might see this and go, I'm going to try to do that and go, oh my God, that takes, the island is it's only like 60 kilometers to go around the island. It's like how many thousand, how many hundreds of times did you drive around the freaking island to get 5,000 kilometers, right? And I'm sure you're not doing that. You're probably doing races, but the races are like 5, 6 kilometers. So how many freaking races are you doing to get 5,000 kilometers on your car, and only in that one specific car? Or is it total kilometers driven on any car? Is it combined? I don't know. I think it's for that car, right? But so someone might see that and go, wow, I don't have that much time to do it, but I really want to see my name up there. And they'll figure out the island is huge. It's not. No, what I'm saying is it's small. It's small. To drive 5,000 kilometers, or was that sarcasm? Where's that race that goes kind of all the way around? It's 112. Like this race basically, you can't zoom out anymore, but this race basically goes all the way around, more or less, kinda. And it's only 112 kilometers. And this guy drove 5,000 kilometers. How many times do you have to go around and around for me? I mean, I'm not saying, what I'm saying is it's not small absolute terms. I'm saying for driving 5,000 kilometers, it's only 100 kilometers or so to go around, around it, call it 150 if you took the long way, let's say. So you got to go around many, many, many times, and he's probably not doing that. He's in a race. He's probably doing this through races, and the races are even shorter. The races are 3 kilometers, 7 kilometers. He's American, so miles. Okay, 3 miles, 6 miles. There. Actually, that's for you. That's the respect, Paul. I'm not trying to I'm not taking anything away. To me, actually, the opposite. I know I got this problem with my wife. Sometimes, she's like, "Why are you ragging on me?" I'm like, "I'm not. I'm actually complimenting you." So I guess it just doesn't come out right. I'm saying that's an incredible feat. And I could see how someone would go, I'm not going to spend all day to try to beat that. I'll just cheat it, put in a code, blah, 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 blah. Do something that takes me 2 minutes, and boom, I got 8,000 kilometers, and nobody's ever going to beat me legitimately. That's the motivation. That's the motivation, But sorry, yeah, I was talking about the region. Yeah, so that's one, and like Kingdom 12, he's up there. I think this is 2 days in a row. The other guy who was a CDDDT 24 or whatever was here day after day. Like there are many people now are getting 1 million a day. I can't even do it once. I can't even get 100 grand once, like the level 10 once doing his method. Doesn't work for me at all. Good for him. He's up there, but many people are doing million now, and only one person gets to be shown. I don't know if it's the first person who does it or the last person who does it. I'm not sure how that works. Unfractured is another name that's up here all the time. 277 grand instant challenges. What car is that, by the way? Oh, that's a Pininfarina. No, what is that? The hybrid. What is that? Oh my God, what car is that? That's not the piece, oh my God, I thought it was a Ferrari. What? Oh, for a second there, this logo looked like the Ferrari logo. Over here, it looks like kind of looks like the Ferrari logo. All right, that explains it. That's 19 Spider. And unfractured here again, too. Rank race is 12. But there are 8 people, one in each region. That's number 1 here. Number 1 over there. It might be the same person, and so, for region lock, that's kind of an advantage. Solar Crown, the king, I guess this is going to be the king or queen, or something like that, or the ranked, I don't know what's going to be there. Something big because it's huge, so it's going to be something really important. There will be 8 of those people, so the region lock has that benefit. But everything else it's not good. Sorry, wow, you guys wrote name emergency patch where they need to make an emergency patch because this game is dying fast by the day. Well, there's not going to be an emergency patch. They said they have a major update with 300 plus. Hi, Society, by the way. Society WTF. I hope you're doing well. I understand what you're saying. I think everybody most people at least would probably agree they need to do it, but it's not. They've been doing tiny fixes. They've said they've done tiny ones, and now they got to do big ones. And that means major outages from time to time. But yeah, you're right. It's dying. The longer it takes, the worse it gets for the game. You're right, 100%. I agree totally with you. Lex Express, a video game that's all about the long haul gets ruined, and that's why people cry and say they're bored. Yep. Lex Express Society, I'm sorry it's dying fast. If you were on it cheating or have played for hundreds of hours. I don't think we're accusing anyone of cheating here. I don't want to accuse people of cheating. Unless they admit it. Then yeah. If you admit it. Yeah, I got you right. Lex. Leaderboards make people want to cheat a bit, but social media and leaderboards, that's like the ultimate hype for those players. I get you. I know. It's the wrong kind of, I mean, if you motivate people, right? It's all about motivating. They want to get people engaged in the game, and just it's like I got to beat that guy, right? So you get sucked in, or that person. So you get sucked in, and you'll stay, and you'll keep trying to get better and better and better. And then someone comes along and figures out some weird shortcut or some cheat or whatever it is, an unfair advantage, right? An unfair advantage, and that's why to me I'm like I could spend all the hours in the world, and there will always be someone, they have a better controller, they have a steer. If I'm going up against someone with a wheel that's got their wheel, $500 wheel, some great wheel, whatever the freaking best wheels are out there, I don't know what they cost for one that's going to do a really, really good job, and they've got it set up super proper, and they just have better reflexes or better eyesight than me, and a better television and a better ping, I could spend the rest of my life and I will never come close. I just won't. So, and there's no cheating happening there. It's just, there's an advantage that, one person has that another person can never ever get. That's why I just don't bother. I won't do those high stakes. I will not, with the way, how difficult it is to make money in this game, I'm not giving them 15 grand because the high stakes costs, I believe it's 5 grand each time you try. You can try it 3 times. You can try it 3 times, and I'm pretty sure you have to pay 5 grand each time to set your time. I think to be eligible to set your time. Then I think you get one crack to actually set your time. I'm not even sure how it works. And then whatever, the pot grows, and then the pot is shared. And based on what I saw, last night, the way it was set up, I did the math. And the pot was at, what was it, 5-6 million, something like that. I did the math anyway, based on what the size of the pot was. It's only like 400 players who paid the 15 grand if it's 15 grand. Triple that if you only pay once. So it's either 400 players or 1,200 players, right? It's not a lot of players who paid. And the top 300 and something get paid, or the top 900 if it's triple. So the top 75% looked like they were going to get paid if I understood how that fucking thing works. And there's no explanation of how the payouts work that I could find. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to be that bottom 25% is funding everybody else, right? And they may be cheaters. They just may be people who got great experience. Look at this, buddy. Look at this. I know you probably, if you're probably not watching. You don't care about little old me, but I'm promoting. Like, that's great. I love that you can do that. You made it look super easy. I wish I could do it, and I've tried all day yesterday and couldn't do it. But that's respect, bro. Respect, man. I like it. I mean, maybe it's the car. Maybe I need this. I'm like, do I have to spend $2 million to be able to do that? I mean, maybe. I don't really want that car right now or ever. But I've tried it in 4 or 5 different cars. All-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, everything. I can't even get level 10 once. Anyway. Cheats, mods, and exploits are great for some, while the rest of us lose interest. Can't say I didn't try cheats years ago, but quickly realized I ruined the game for myself. Yeah, I mean, whatever. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Listen, enjoy the game the way you want to enjoy the game. And I understand this point about, when it's online and whatever, you're rooting for other people. If you cheat and, you're on the leaderboard or you get money, in a high stakes or whatever that you cheated to get. I understand that point. I believe me, I get it. I don't know what can there ever be any, I'm just kind of saying okay, so you fix today's problem that people are doing this, and then tomorrow there'll just be another one, and then there'll be another one, and there'll be another one. And I know you say, oh, people stop doing it, just go get skill. And I'm like, yeah, for someone who already has the skill to tell other people, listen, there are young people who are starting this game with no skill because they're young, right? They're young, and this may be their first game ever. They just got their PS5 or Xbox or PC. Like, they've never played, video games hardcore. how are they gonna get skill? Like before this game dies. Like it's easy for someone who already has a skill to say, go get the skill, but you know, and I understand it. I understand where it's going. I would be saying the same thing, right? But it's you know, that I mean that doesn't solve the problem, right? We can't all come up to your skill level so that then we can all be competitive on the same playing field. I don't know that that's achievable. Not in my life. I can speak for me anyway, bro. Kingdom 12. I think you have a real name, but anyway, in my lifetime, if I had another 20 years to live, I could never reach your level ever, ever. There's just no way. Uh, and I'm not blaming you. I'm not saying. I'm just saying I just don't participate because I know that I go in knowing. So I avoid the cheaters because I don't participate, and then it's not an issue for me because I don't care. I'm like, they're gonna cheat anyway. Someone's gonna cheat at some point, so I don't even bother. Um, where are we? Oh, I think we skipped a couple here. You guys are mad messaging today. Mad messaging. Um, cheats mods. Kevin. Hi, Kevin. Glad I'm on console in a way makes the whole game invalid. People who play the game. Uh, that's why I went console. I think a lot of people. Yeah, I understand your point. Yep. Um, Lex Island is huge for you. Yeah, I mean that's fine. I don't want to take that away from you. It's huge. It is huge. Let's give it to you. Yeah, it's huge. Listen, sorry, I didn't want to like rain in your parade there. As far as other maps go, other open worlds, it's on the smaller side. But when you drive it, it feels like there's way more driving. Like there aren't as like in kilometers of roads, it's not. But I know what you mean. I drive around the map, and it feels like you even these areas here, like where you're going, and you just plummet through there and bushwhack and whatever, and it feels different than other maps I've been in. It feels like there's areas you can go that are still interesting. All of this stuff here where, in between, there's stuff there. These gapes here where there are no roads, there's stuff that's interesting there. And I like exploring that. I think they did a really, really good job there. See, I'm at 120 hours gameplay, over 500 races, and I did just about 3,000 kilometers. I'm at 113 hours plus the stream. I mean, I haven't done any driving in 2 hours. Where do you see that? Where do you see driving? Distance travel, 5,800 kilometers. Good for me. Good for me. Good for me. Wow. Sorry. See, you just made me feel good. I mean, I don't know if I should feel proud or sad that I've driven like almost 5,800 kilometers, but okay. All right. I'm taking that as a win. Well, he's no living. I'm sorry. What? He's not lifing it? I'm sorry. Sorry, Lex. I'm not sure what you mean. Well, he's no lifing it? I'm sorry. Lex, about 120 hours. Yeah. That's CA. CA, how are you liking the game? Lex wants to know how you're liking the game. Well, no, that was Darian we were talking earlier. Sorry, for some reason I'm getting Darian and CA mixed up. Not sure why. You might have like a similar. Not sure why that's happening. I bought it first on PC on a CD key site for $29. When it goes on sale for PS5, I'll purchase it there. People more people on console. Really? Okay, for sure. Okay, that's interesting. I never really thought about it, but that's cool. If more people are on PS5, that's cool. No, but you got a bargain. $29, that's great. And you'll get it again on PS5 at some super cheap price, if it's still alive, hopefully. How's the weather in Italy today? That's a great question. I haven't been outside. It was cloudy and looking like it was going to rain. It's on the cooler side. It's turning fall weather. It's fine. It's turning out. Yesterday we had some wicked thunder. The thunder here, so loud. I've never experienced thunder so loud. It's terrifying, especially when it's close, man. Or even when it's far, it's terrifying. But it's sort of a gloomyish day. Like it wants to rain. It's a bit cool. You know, it feels like fall is coming. Um, and this Fireball icon, Fireball Avatar. I think you've been here before. I don't know what your real name is. It's like emojis. What is that? Mount Fuji, fire, volcano, something. I don't know what that. I'm really not an emoji guy. Cheat means hack. Yeah, I mean, sure. I'll give that one to you. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Lex. Yeah, money comes by pure grind. No, I've never grinded. I've never, like, I thought GTA doing Kyle was a grind when it first came out, when it was easy. I thought that was a grind. This is, oh my god, I've never experienced such a grind. I spent some money on my avatar for shirt and pants, and it was pricey. Yeah, and that's the thing. Those avatar stuff, like the emotes and stuff, crazy. So you got to do one full race and come in first just to be able to pay for an emote. Are you kidding me? Some players are lost. They removed this game after seeing BUS AI player drive it. I don't know. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Sorry, I'm confused with BUS. Lex, Kingdom 12, Def spends a lot of time grinding. I've seen his streams. Yeah, he probably doesn't sit here talking like for 2 hours straight without doing a single thing. He's way more efficient than I am, for sure. He's a total pro. I'm 1 month into this, you know, in the second month. So he's got his system down. No, and I give it to him, whatever. You know, he's got people there. They do it together. It's way more fun if you have people that you're talking to, and you know, whatever. I get it. I see why it's more fun for him. I'm doing it all on my own. I can't find people, and you know, if there's someone in there, they're idiots. You know, it's randos. You know how randos are and whatever. So hopefully this will give us a group that we can play with. My go-to PlayStation friend is on a different region, and he's like, the way I see he's not a TDU guy, doesn't know anything about it. And so he's kind of, you know, he's a bit of a TDU virgin. Oh, wrong. He's a bit of a TDU virgin. I'm kind of like, oh, this is what the game was about, whatever. And I was, you know, cops and missions and, you know, casino, whatever. And then this game came out, and he's like, what the fuck is this? And he's like, it's total crap. And I'm like, yeah, no, you're right. Come, don't get the game yet, you know, whatever. So, you know, so we need to build a group. Oh, what was that? No, sorry, I'm streaming, bro. What did we say? But the game need block cheat for players that they hack the game on every PC. I don't know that you can stop that. I don't know that you can stop it. It's not like there are people, you know, it's not like there isn't an effort to stop the cheating. Bulldog, going to sleep. Good night, good morning, good night. We'll talk again. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Thanks for contributing. I think you were playing something else. You had given up, you had refunded, and you're playing something else. So good luck with that. You know, keep dropping by. Keep dropping by. I appreciate you being here. Society. Most people play games as an escape from life. Exactly. Not to go in a game and stress out and grind like a crazy person. Couldn't have said it better myself. That is my sentiment exactly. I want to get I get frustrated with, I grind in life every day. And I want to come and play a game where I can feel like I can achieve something without having to grind. And when you have an offline mode, you can set the difficulty. You know, some days I'm like, you know what, today I want more of a challenge, so I turn up the difficulty. And other days I'm like, I just want to make some progress today because I don't have a lot of time. And you turn it down. And with online only, you cannot do it. Listen, folks, we were so glad to get to the endurance races, right? What are they called? The Crown Jewelies. Crown Jewelies. 6 races. They each came with a task. Where's this one? I still have the one that I haven't been able to complete, right? For those of you who didn't reach this level yet, this one. So they come with a task. This is an example of one. Do this race in under 12 minutes and you get 1 million cash and 25,000 XP, right? And that's a 12-minute one. There were 6 of them. There were There was one that was 20 minutes, one that was 23 minutes, and one that's 43 minutes. You got a 43-minute race, or a 12-minute race, or a 10-minute race, or a 20-minute race. You cannot pause it. You cannot pause it. Even though you're the only one in there against CPU, and you can't pause, right? And I get it, online you can't, right. But life happens. You get 37 minutes into a 43-minute race, and your kid comes screaming, or your cat, whatever, you got to pee, the phone rings, right? Anything, and you lose your entire friggin' progress because you can't pause it. I mean, and people were doing it, and I'm talking about pausing. People were doing it, and they got race error, and they got kicked out, and they had to start over. I mean, I don't know. I know many of you are going to say, oh, no, it's stupid. What are you talking about? You can't pause it. Okay, but something where you can hold your progress to deal with, oh, my controller's dying. I need to change controller, or, whatever. The courier's at the door. Can I not pause it for 2 minutes to go collect my package? Like, I don't know. There's got to be something. Like, nobody else is in racing with me. I'm alone with CPU. I don't know. Most people skip for says Lex Express Society, but the fun part of test drive is just working through the list of races, etc. It's not much more than that. But no, I get what society's saying. It's like, but I get what you're saying too. But you want to do it. Maybe you want more of a challenge, Lex, and society and I maybe want less of a challenge in the game. We should each have that choice, to play it the way we want to play it. To me, it's not fun doing the same race 75 times just so I can race another, a clan member. It's just not, because what are you going to do? You got to level up, right? Here. I need 21,000 clan XP to get to level 31, and then 32, and then 30, and each time it goes up, I think. I don't know if it stays at 21 every time, but I think they go up. So I got 10 levels at 210,000, plus they go up by some percentage probably, right? So 210,000, and you get 2,500 at a time. So I need to do minimum like 150 fucking races, clan races, or something to do with clan. And I know the instant challenges, give you a bit more. But even then, you're still going to have to do like minimum, like, I don't know, 100 instant challenges if you can find people. That's too much. For some of us, that's way. Some of us will not. There are people out there who just won't dedicate the time it takes to get to level 30 on clan to be able to, barely beat Inigo. I'm going to put out a video. I beat him in this thing. I did not want to spend 1.6 million on the G65, and I managed to beat him in this with just a few upgrades. But it was a hard beat. I had to do it a few times. But that's a whole other thing. Some people, Lex, if you want to do that, good on you. I'm not going to stop you. But there are people like us, like that's just boring. Why can't we do other stuff? Like, why can't we get a clan XP by doing other ways, like other things that are fun for the rest of us, right? I was actually going to entitle this video, TDU for the rest of us. I get that there are those of you out there that don't mind that. Like, you'll just do races. Listen, you're going to pick the shortest race you can do. Nobody's going to grind 21,000 XP times 10 to the power of whatever the increase is per level, right? Math guys, how close did I come? Math guys, girls, math girl. I want a math girl to tell me I was sorta in the ballpark on that one. You're going to find the shortest race, right? I found one that takes like a minute and a half. There's probably a shorter one. That's not fun to me. Okay, you do it once, but you got to do it over and each time. So I get to level 40, and then the next 10 is going to be even more grinding, and then you get to level 50, and the next one's going to be even more. Like, it gets exponentially, math people, exponentially more difficult. I don't think it's linearly. I think it's exponential. It might be. No, I don't think it's linearly. Right? See that? You guys come here and you learn math. Come on, you're going to learn math. You're not going to learn English or grammar, but you're going to learn math. Hey, do it. I love it. I love that you guys, like, I have a lot of respect for you people that grind that out, but I like the tasks. They were reasonable, you know, up until like level 50, 60, whatever. The tasks were reasonable to complete, most of them. Some of them were super easy, which was great. Some of them were a little bit more difficult. But it was overall not bad. And but the rewards were, I mean, XP rewards were okay. Actually, even the cash rewards were not bad. But now it's like, that's all gone. There's nothing left to do. Yeah, he's no lifing. He has been playing a lot. Haha. He's not lifing it? I mean, I'm still not sure what your point is. I'm trouble understanding the point you're trying to make. I mean, I think you're talking about Kingdom 12. I'm not sure. Anyway, he's really good. He's been playing games. He plays a lot. He has a lot of knowledge. Maybe he doesn't play a lot. He just has a natural ability. Even better. I think that just reinforces my point. Listen, I love the videos he's doing. I'm not trying to rag him. I like what he's doing. I've gotten a lot of help from the videos he's done. I'm not an enemy. I'm actually, I have a lot of respect. I wouldn't be staring at him for this long if I didn't. I'm just saying, I'm trying to do exactly what you did to earn that million, and I have not been able to do it, not even by a long shot. I max out everything, and I just can't climb past like level 7 or 8 on the Frim, doing exactly what he did, and I'm lost. I'm like, what am I missing? I don't know for Lex. I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming because of the player count on PS, me, whichever gamer is on PS. I hope they update crossplay. Yeah, I wouldn't count on them updating crossplay. I don't think it's going to happen. At least not anytime soon, because they have so many other bigger issues. Oh no, I agree. Same race 75 times is annoying for sure. And yeah, the one there about doing these tasks with, you got to do the race 100 times. Like even this one, 50. I mean, okay, you do it 50 one time, you do it 50, you get an extra car. All right, I'll do it one time, but I'm not going to do it 100. Like there's 35 or 36 cars. You got to buy the car, first of all, whatever ones you don't have, which is most of them. It's 3 o'clock already? Oh my God. You know, but there's 3,500, 3,600 races to do here. That's boring as hell. This to me is a slap in the face. They said, we're lacking real ideas for content. Let's just make them grind their asses out. And someone said, well, you don't have to do them. I don't know, but how do I progress in the game? You know, it's like, it's part of, like, the tasks are the story. It's the story, quote unquote, right? And again, I don't have to do them, but they're here. It's part of the game. So I should have a way to accomplish this task doing something more fun. What are you going to do? You're going to find the shortest race that you can do with a TTRS coupe and do it 100 times and come in first. And sometimes you're going to mess up and you're not going to come in first. Right? The game's going to crash. You're going to get an error. So it's going to take you more than 100 times, guaranteed. For me, anyway. You know, I don't know about you guys. You guys will probably do it in 95 tries somehow. I don't know. I guarantee, like I was doing one, I forget which one I was trying to do. I think I was actually doing this one. And I messed up because I broke my concentration or something happened out of my control most of the time. And I failed 3 times in a row. So it's 3 times I played the race. And at this level, there are fewer races in for a supercar than in, like, say, the TTRS. They're longer. What I mean is they're usually longer, so it takes more time. So, you fail a couple of times, stuff happens. My cat's pushed the button on my controller, whatever, right? Power goes out. I got to start. So there's going to, like, I got 9 wins. I probably tried 13, 14 times. So it's not going to be 50. It's going to be closer to like 75, That's just, like, they don't account for the number of times you're going to fail. Doing it one time, I would do this. I would do this one, grind it out. Might take me 75 or 100 times if it was the only one. But now I'm like, oh man, I got to do it again and again and again. And I'm like, I have no interest. I'm bored. I'm looking at that and I'm saying it's the most boring game ever made. That's insane. You guys seem to be agreeing. Society, you also have to do 100 each select car from 1 minute when you hit level 60. I've only got just 61 races with the Taycan. Oh, there's a Taycan one? I should have. What's my Taycan? I didn't realize. That's probably the one I've done the most. I've got this car. This R8 Coupe V10 WR, except I don't have the coupe version. I have the convertible version. So I have to buy the exact same freaking car for another, I don't know what it is, 2 million or so. So I can do this. Like why can't it be either the coupe or the Spider? It's the same car. Where is the, wait, they have one for, where's the Porsche 911, wait, did I get it? I haven't done that one. There it is. Oh, I've done 15. How about that? Okay, that was doing clan. I was trying to get clan XP, and not most of those 15 races are for trying to get clan. Lex, no, hell no, I don't play like that. You should see how I play Forza and Motorfest. I play on the mode. That's challenging, but not insanely though. And I don't cheese replaying the same stuff. Yeah, I mean, I want to be able to do that, but this, when you got to do 100 races, you know, with one car and then do that 35, 36 times, I'm looking for the short, like, I'll take a challenging route. If I got to do it 3 times, 5 times, you know, I'll be like, okay, give me some challenge once in a while. But I'm like, I don't want to challenge if I have to do it 3,500 times. 3,500 races. Or 600. I count, I'm not sure if it's 35 or 36. And this is at level 60, folks. Level 60. There are more levels coming with future seasons. They're adding levels. So if this is what it is at level 60, what's coming at level 100 or 120? Like, it's I'm worried. Yeah, I was agreeing with you, but you read the comment like, yeah, I know, I'm behind. No, I get it. I see them pop up, and I'm mid-sentence and everything. But anyway, I think we lost a bunch of people. We're only down to 14. Only down to 14. Come on, make me feel good. Stick around. I don't know. Should we? Where is it? 3. So it's 9. Oh, because they were at work. Oh yeah, Darian had to go because they were at work. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. Darian's probably not watching, but it totally went right over my head. That super appreciate. I know Jerry was probably not the only one checking in on my stream while they're at work. Shh, don't tell the boss. Guys, I mean, girls, guys, everyone, thank you. I mean, I told my wife that. I said, oh no, sometimes, you know, oftentimes people are at work and they're tuning into the stream, even if it's just for a minute. You'd say, hey, hi, you know, whatever. Hope you're doing well. And then they leave, and I'm like, means so much to me that you guys, you know, take the time out of your work day to do that, because I know your work is so you know, I'm sure you love your work. Yeah, I'm sure some of you do. What should we do? I don't know. At this thing, so now I'm at this point, I'm like, I don't even know what I want to do, because I'm like, I just look like, is there anything fun to do? So I've mentioned this before, and some of you may be hearing this for, you know, the manyth time. So road discovery, speed traps. What's the other one? I'm leaving it for now. I'm leaving it. I'm not actively discovering roads or doing speed traps. There are many that I haven't completed. And here's why. Level 60. Let's do this. Level 60, right? How do you bring that thing up? TD. Oh, here. Level 6. Well, actually, it's here, more visible here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Your XP is locked at level 60. You get no more XP. So why on earth? I mean, one of the best ways for getting XP is road discovery. Why on earth would I discover more road? For, like, I'm at about 73, 74%. So I'm getting 7,000. I'm going to be getting 7,500 XP soon for every 1%, and then 8,000, 8,500. Somebody, math people, do the thing. Every 5%, it's a linear. It increases by 500. I don't know how many that's, let's say, so you got the base plus the 5 times the thing to the power of the whatever. So I got 25. 1% is times the blah, blah, whatever it is. It's a lot. I won't get any credit for all of those extra. Like every 1%, I'm getting 7,000 right now and 7,500. So that's 5%. That's 35, 40,000 XP. that I'm not getting credit for. And then at 8,000, it's like, you know, from 80 to 90, it's like 8 times 5, that's another 40,000, another 80,000 plus the fives, you know, almost 45,000 there. Like I've got, and then, you know, and then the 90s, you know, another. So I've got, I don't know, 150,000 XP or a bit more that I will get no credit for in my level. Why would I discover more map? Please, folks. I don't. Maybe I'll be wrong about this. Maybe there'll be something else they put in there to make up for that. But I don't trust them. Based on what they're doing right now, I don't trust them. And here's the thing: whenever I've been in this situation where I'm like, I'm a visionary. I see something maybe some other people haven't seen. I usually end up being wrong. And it turns out like I should have done that thing all along instead of sandbagging. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't believe, you know, I believe, you know, anyway, I'm going to say it's for me, it's in a way to do XP later. Same thing with the money, like with these things, you know, you get better cars, the 3 stars, like this is a curve here. You know, you need something that's going to get up to, it's only 150 kilometers an hour, but you're still going to need something that's going to get up quickly, you know, because these curves kill me. I hate these ones on the curve. But I'm going to leave them. Oh, the rating prizes. I'm leaving them for now. I'll pick some up here and there or whatever. You know, it's kind of like when I'm really desperate for cash and I'm broke and I need to buy something, I'll be like, okay, there's some stuff I can pick up easily out there. That's just my way of going about it. I'm sure you other guys, you know, maybe that's why I'm looking at people. I'm like, why do they have, you know, 3 or 4 of these really awesome cars? Maybe they've gone around and done all that and they've gotten, you know, bazillion million and, but yeah. Society has 99% roads. I have no clue what is missing because it was bugged. I don't know that it's bugged, man. I know a lot of people that got 99% and they eventually found it. It's really, really hard to find it because it's probably not 1%. It could be, I think we talked about, it could be this. A super tight, like it might even be as big as that, what's inside my circle. Like one of those dots. You could just be missing one of those. And it could be under an overpass where the highway goes over top of a road below. Let's see, like this. Can you see it? You know what I mean? Like if it's underneath another road, you won't see it. Or when you look at the map, you know, like you see here, these buildings are blocking the road on the other side. So you have to turn it this way. And it might be a little piece here. You know, this, look. That little, like you could be missing that tiny piece. It could be just that one. Somebody posted what their last piece was, and it was smaller than this piece. I wish I could zoom in further. It was smaller than that. Okay, see this right here? See, there's a T here, right? So you got this part here going like this, and there's that little tiny bit. That was the piece they were missing. That little part that comes up this road here, like the little chunk going on, that was the piece they were missing for 99%. And it took them forever to find. It wasn't here. It was in another place. But it was that big. It was super, super tiny. And it was at a T crossing, you know, kind of like this, like right here. And it was just this tiny, like a tiny piece. Good luck finding it. If it's an easy spot. If it's underneath a highway, like where are those places where there's double stacked highways? Is there one? Like here, you know, where the highways go over top another road. If it's that piece underneath, you know, there's parts where it's like where they go in tandem together with the road underneath. Where is it? Down this way, I think. Where the highway runs above. If it's underneath the highway, where's the double stacker? I think it's here. I think this part here. You know, there's a road. I think this is it. I'm not sure if this is it. But there's a highway on top and another road underneath. You can't see the road underneath whether you've done it or not. If you're missing one time, I mean, some of this you can see, but there's an area, probably not even the right spot. You know what I'm talking about. There's an area where you wouldn't be able to see if it's underneath. You could be missing one tiny piece. About 5 hours or so. Now 4% discovered. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. No problem. Who's that? Oh, Lex. Really? You only played for 5 hours. Cool. Cool. That's a fun time. You had a good time though. The first 5 hours were fantastic. Since I only did it because it was good XP. Yeah, I know. So then I'm like, okay, I'm at 73. Like I was doing it to get XP. That was the only reason why, like I went from like, I don't know, 40% to 70% because I wanted the XP. So I maxed out at 60. Wait, I think you said, are you the one that said you're on like level, no, that was Darian that's at level 50. I don't know if you're maxed out. I think you might be maxed out at level 60. So if you've done 100% and you got to level 60, and I got to level 60 and I've only done like 70%, where did I get the rest of my XP from that you didn't? I'm curious. I'm just curious to know. I did all of my tasks that I could do that weren't, the only ones except for these like ridiculous 100 races, the only ones I got left for tasks, because they usually, most of them give you tons of XP. That one's not even XP. That's not XP. Oh, you don't even get XP for that. Oh, you get cash. That's a stick. Okay, so it's none of those. This is the only one I've got left. Oh, plus this one. The Jade. Of the normal before you get these ridiculous 100 race things. So these are, but I maxed out my XP. So what didn't you do? I'm curious. I'll get to it eventually for sure. That's awesome. Yeah. No, we will. I really want to do something here though. I don't know. What should we try? I don't know. Are there ranked? I did do the task too, and the crown race unlock at 55. Yeah. Help too. Yeah. No, I know, and I don't doubt that. I'm just like, I mean, then you must have, maybe you've been at level 60 much longer than me. I didn't feel the need to do like 99% roads. I got to level 60. Maybe I just did other races. So there were times, actually, what I was doing, I was going to make a video on it, but it's kind of like, I don't know if that's the best thing. So what I was doing, pick a race, like this one is well known. Wait, where is it? Just put them all back on. You guys probably all know this. I was sandbagging the, like time attacks are good. The early ones, like the ones like this one, it's 1 minute 2 if you do like a good job. 1 minute 5, 4 easily. But forget that. So I'd take a race like this, and the original time was 145. You had to beat 145. So on other ones, and I don't remember which one I have where I've done this, I'd go and do the race. I'd turn off all of my assists. I go manual, turn everything down. Right? Turn it all down. Actually, I don't even think there's even the expert, novice, experienced, expert still leaves bends only. I turn it all off. I would do that. And if I check my notes, I'll probably find one. And I would go and do this race, let's say. We'll use this one as an example. And it says 145. And I would probably take a car that's crap, right? Where it's a bit of a struggle, so it's still a bit of a challenge because it's going to slide around, whatever. But I would try to do it in like 144 or 143. And so you set a new record when you do it the first time. So you get 10% more XP, and you get 10% more cash, plus you get like a big bonus for having all of your assists turned off. You get like another $6,000. So you're going to make 15 grand from the race, plus another 1,500 for beating the record time, plus another, I think, almost 6,000 for having your assist turned off. And then you do it again, and you beat it by as little as possible. You follow your ghost, and you stay right behind your ghost, and then you just beat it by, a tiny bit right at the end, or in the last stretch. You just barely beat your ghost. And now you get 10% more XP, you get 10% more cash, you get the 5-6 grand extra for your assist being turned off, and it's super easy to do. Like you're just cruising, taking your time, and it's super easy. And you do that 5 times. And you can do that 5 times every 24 hours, and you get the max. And then you leave that one, and you can just leave it and come back the next day, and then just do it and follow your ghost, and then just beat your ghost by the smallest margin possible. And then at a certain point, your time will start getting a little bit difficult. So then maybe you change car, so you're still getting back, or you turn one assist on that helps you, You know, but there's many of these races that are, you know, short enough that they don't take a long time. And, you know, I don't care. I don't care about being on the leaderboard. I mean, that 102 time is pretty decent time for me. But this was the first race that I did, and it was from the beta, and I came out here, and I was like, oh, yeah, I want to get back on the leaderboard from the, like, where I was in the beta, and, you know, I did it the first time, and I tried to lay down a good time, and it was a decent, like, 104 or something, like a decent time. I basically ruined my opportunity to milk it. So after I realized, wait a minute, you get these bonuses and blah, 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 blah. So, I mean, the XP, it's like an extra 250 XP each time. It's 10% more. It's not a ton, but it's 10% more. The cash helps. When you can turn off all of your assists and you get the 10%, actually you get 1,500 extra cash, and you get, I forget the exact number, and I don't know if it changes depending on the race or the category or level or whatever, but I want to say, like, I've seen it close to $6,000. I'm not sure if it ever goes above $6,000. But if you turn off all your assists and you do a race, they're still easy. The ones that I've tried anyway. And it takes a bit longer, but you do it the 5 times, you get, you know, now 5 times you can get an extra $30,000. You know, more than $30,000 extra for doing it 5 times anyway, just by doing it a bit slower, right? And but you got to beat your record each time, but you just got to beat it by a tiny, tiny amount. And I know people have posted this on the Reddit and said, you kind of quickly they said, hey, if you do, you know, if you sort of milk it, you know, maybe you do some of them where you're trying to, you know, challenge yourself and do like a fast time. You do some of them where you're like, I'm going to use these to farm, you know, whatever works for you. But anyway, it's an idea. Someone there wrote that it sounded like a good idea to them. I appreciate that. Bad man. Welcome, bad man. Day 1 of Gold Edition on PCs here, so I was there when the servers locked us out. Yeah. Yeah. Bad man, I'm glad that helps. I don't know, for some people it probably seems like a dumb strategy, and I get that. But let's try one. Let's try to find no, let's do a time attack. Those are the easiest ones. I think those are the only ones where you get like new record bonus. I haven't tried them all. I mean, if anybody knows where that the other types of races, maybe in the sprint circuit, I'm not sure if any of the other ones will work the same. Oh my gosh, I am hungry. Give me 1 second. I just gotta. Sorry, I just gotta apologize. I gotta check in on my real life. My other life. No, you guys are part of my real life. Just, you know, the other part of my life, not the real life. The other part of my life. Okay, we're up to date. We're uppy to datey, and I'm gonna read this one. We're gonna hunt for one of these time attacks. The Society of the Road that Kingdom did, the Fremont. There was a racer. That's where I got 61 racer for the tag. I think I know the one you're talking about. Is that Tunnel Vision or the other one? 61. That's the one I was doing last night. I think it's a clan race. If it's the one, is that Tunnel Vision? It's dark and it's wet. And it's really short. Like it's a minute 25 or so. I know there was one he did last night. Was it? Yeah, that's the one. Okay, yeah, that's the one. That's a clan. Yeah, it's a clan. I don't think you get. The thing is with that one, I don't think you get. I may be wrong, and please tell me if I'm wrong. I don't think you get like the new record. Like you can't you can't, for what I'm talking about, for like XP. XP is sort of like, okay, you get an extra 10% XP, and that's great. It's more for the cash, be able to turn off all your assists and still win easy. Now, maybe you can. This one is pretty easy. Like, I actually don't. Where's the leaderboard? Let me see. How far behind are they? Will it show my last? I don't think it'll show my last, will it? No, it only shows the real leaderboard. So I don't know how far back the CPU cars were. 115. It was 115, and my best was 123. Wow. How? I mean, that I remember that 123 race. I did not make a mistake. I didn't touch anything. I took every corner as best as I thought. Like, that was about as best as I could do it. So clearly there's something I don't know about to be able to shave almost another, 10 seconds off of that. 9 seconds faster, 8 seconds faster. And that was a really solid run for me. I don't get it. Can I play my ghost? Yeah, I don't want to get distracted. It's not what I wanted to do. But that's where I'm confused. I'm like, wow, how? Like, how do I shave 9 seconds, 8 seconds off of that time? I went full concentration, took every corner. I think I even took, I don't know. It's not a time attack, so you can't even load their ghost, which is another thing. So when it's time attacks, you can load the ghost. Do you guys know this? Some of you probably know this. Some of you might not know it. This one is 157. Is that one that I milked? This one is cross country. I think I milked this one. I think I may have milked this one. That seems like pretty slow time. 230, 157. Should we try it? Should we try? Here's a brand new one. Time attack. It's pretty short. It's a point to point. Lots of curves. Here, let's try one fresh. For those of you who, oh, frick, we got to drive all the way the hell to there. What's the shortest one? This is what I mean. I hate taking this route. That area of the map bugs the hell out of me. Shoot, I forgot what I said. Did you guys know about, what did I say? Did you guys know about, what's the best, on-road off-road? I think we're going to take our Jag to get over there. That's probably the best bet. Select car. What did I say? I said, did you guys know about, shit, I totally blanked. I was talking about, this thing, doing the thing, and then something. Oh my god, please remind me what I said. I said, some of you know about. Oh shit, I turned my.
Turn right, then turn left.
Turn everything off. Some of you know about.
100 meters, turn right.
You know what? I think I have to rewind the stream. Sorry, bear with me. I'll mute for a second. I'll be right back.
In 400 meters, turn right. In 200 meters, turn right.
Okay, sorry. I don't think I got the thought out. Oops, I should turn this. I was about to say, for those of you who don't know, and in my head I already said, some of you do,
Continue straight ahead.
and there was a little tidbit that I was gonna say for people who didn't experience, but I completely forgot what it was. Totally, totally flatlined my ECG waves. Total flatline. Had something to do with, you know what, maybe, I'm sure it'll come to me. Anyway, there was a tip, there was a pro tip for you know, look. Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, this one is, it sort of fools you. But for, I think it was Society was looking for, oh, my triangle is black. Oh, you can't see it there. Well, actually, yeah, you sort of can. See this part of the blue road that sticks off onto the yellow here? It's a very, very tiny piece. You could just be probably you're missing like a couple like that, maybe even just one. It's that little, like if I put my circle on it, the part that's blue inside my circle, that's all, that might be all you're missing. Anyway, what was the thing? So I was up here and I said, here's one. It's a point to point, and for those of you who don't know, because I was looking at one that I'd already done, and there was something I can't remember now. Old age sucks. And one time, oh, Darian will be finishing work in about half an hour. I'm gonna go pee at a certain point and shove something in my mouth. And I appreciate you guys who's here. There's a few of you. There's quite a few of you. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Yeah, what else can we talk about cheating? I mean, the title says cheating. People are going to pop in and expect us talking about cheating. Ultimately, I think what I'm saying is it's all unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I think what we all want, I think K-12 wants what I want. We all want, you know, a balanced, you know, fun playing field. And and we don't have it. Clearly on PC for sure. It's a mess with this modding. Boss Day Fender, welcome, boss. Welcome. How are you doing? Hope you're well. Do you have to drive the dotted roads to the absolute dead end the count is discovered? Well, you have to. I think you have to drive like till they're exposed. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I think, and somebody else, like here, okay, this is what you're asking about. So I exposed this part of the road. Clearly I haven't driven it because this is still there. I would have picked that up. Now, as a side note, I remember there was one where I literally drove around it to not pick it up. But let's say this is one where I haven't driven this part of the road, but I've exposed it, so it's on the map. Does that count towards discovery? So if I haven't actually driven it, but I exposed it, because some of these roads, you just have to touch them and then like a big chunk shows up. And if you don't drive the whole thing, you would never know. You would never know how much of this you actually drove or not. I want to say it should count, even though you maybe didn't drive. As long as you see it here, it should count. But God knows if that's what's in the actual, you know, program or in the code. I have no idea. But you do have to discover them all. Like you have to show them all on the map. And, you know, like this one, if you didn't get this tiny one, that could be your, you know, 1%, you know. But there are guides out there, apparently that show all of these like specific for the dotted roads, specific for them. So that's one place I would start for anybody who's at 99% and has looked and looked. Go look up the guides that show where all of these dotted roads are and make sure you're not missing a piece. But the boss there, I want to say you just have to show them on the map. And if anybody can tell me if that's true, confirm whether that's true. Like I think this one, there was a wreck down here. I'm pretty sure this is where a wreck was, maybe, I think. So I think I drove the whole thing. But I'm pretty sure if you just get to about here or at the very beginning, this whole thing pops up. But the thing is, drive them. Because let's say if you go to here and this whole thing shows up, there might be another one that shoots off of here, and you won't discover it until you get closer, right? So, and I know that for a fact. I don't have them yet, but on the beta, where was it? It was up in here, I think. There were there was one, I think, up in this area, if I remember. I might have the wrong area, where there's like one main one and there's a bunch of other ones that shoot off of it. And you have to get up there and drive. There's probably like 4 or 5 in total, at least. And if you don't drive it, you won't find them. It might have been over here. I can't remember exactly. I have screenshots of it. So, you know, there might be another one that shoots. I think I was down here also, but there might be one here that shoots off in this way. And if you don't get close enough, it won't show up. So,
Continue straight ahead. In 1 kilometer, turn right.
I have to make a habit of when I have an idea, when I have a tip, I got to finish saying it. I got distracted by the fact that I had to come down to this part of the map. But what else about the cheating can we talk about? What else? I mean, it sucks. You know, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, we all kind of want, I think we're all, if we're going to disagree about this point or that point or a term or, our feeling, I think we agree we want something balanced. There's stuff we can agree on that's just completely out of whack. And you know, I'm with that. Like, out of whack is out of whack, you know.
In 200 meters, turn right. Turn right.
Hey, I'm not a saint, eh? Like, I mean, I've used glitches in games, to get more money, basically to get more money. I'll tell you something. No, maybe I won't tell you that. Probably shouldn't say. No, but whatever. Because again, it comes down to, this is basically what I was going to say. When games are nerfed, they put something in the game, and it's a great thing for people like me and some of you who agree with me. We don't always have all the time in the world to grind or to like work for hours and hours to develop this one particular skill, right? And or it's just not in us. No matter how long we try, we'll never have it. But we still want to enjoy the game, and there's this thing blocking us. So there was a game, they added content to the game that was absolutely perfect for me. It was something that rewarded you well. I had to work pretty hard. It wasn't easy. Like, I still had to put a big effort into mastering it, but it was within the limits of my limits. And I put in tons of time to get it down to the point where I could do this thing in, a pretty, what I felt was a reasonable amount of time for the payoff that you got at the end. I'm not talking about Caio Perico when it first came out, but I am. And I thought it was like, there was a lot of stuff in that game that bothered me because you needed other people. And I didn't have too many PlayStation friends that I trusted, right? The heist I'm talking about, where, you need to find a number of people. They need to not screw up. I wanted people who were going to take it somewhat seriously. Get through. Let's get this. Let's do it. Let's work as a team. Get it over and get the payout. So Caio Perico came along, and you could do it solo. The entire thing, setups, everything solo. And once you had, the right vehicle, and you did it a bunch of times, and you got a pattern down, you could go start to finish from, going to the island. I mean, start, like when you have to like do the intel, scope the island for the target and everything, to the payout, finishing out, do the entire thing, all the setups, everything in less than an hour, which a lot of people can do. And I'm sure there are people that can do it a lot faster than me. And that's the way it was built. When it came out, there was no cheating there. I was just doing it the way it was meant to be done, like the way they designed it. There was no cheating. And I worked hard learning and watching videos, watching Formula 1, FP2, nice. Um, you know, and then, I did that and I was like, man, this is a great payout for someone like me. When my friends aren't around, I can make money and I had fun doing them, grinding. Like that for me was fun grinding because there was a payout. And then they nerfed it and they nerfed it and they nerfed it. And then like a year ago, a little bit more, they like really nerfed it. They basically just don't want anybody playing it anymore. Then take it out of the game. Don't punish us. Like the big part of me playing that game every day and for so many hours was the fact that I can go and do something I enjoyed doing by myself without relying on anybody. I could do it anytime I wanted, and it gave me everything I needed in the game. And then they basically pull the rug. I'm like, all those hours I put in mastering that freaking thing, and then you nerf it, so now you basically made it so like it's just such a pain in the ass that I don't want to do it anymore. And I'm like, they charge real money for in-game money. That should be illegal. You can't make stuff more difficult in the game if you're selling money for in the game. To me, that's the way you released it. Leave it. You shouldn't be able to do it. I'm sorry. I don't agree with it. And I know a lot of you will say, no, they should, whatever. And they meant it to be this way. They meant it to be, I know in the beginning, the Juggernaut, you could take him out with one shot. Then you had to shoot him like 7 times. And then you had to it has to be like a shotgun to the head and all that. And I'm like, well, whatever. I'm like, too bad.